Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bison stream. I hope we're all having a wonderful day today, because I most certainly am, because it is Monday and that means we get to play some more Trails Through Daybreak. And there's the moment, the moment that will live on, I think, forevermore in series history. Like, for being real. In terms of, like, entire series highlights, that's a pretty big one. Not, like, can't lie about that one. That one's just going to be... It was bombastic. Indeed. Yes, Wolf Slash. Good pun. Now, would you like to say that over the graves of all the people that were involved? But yeah, so we are continuing through Chapter 5. I've been informed that I should try to get Law or Chaos to rank 3. I don't know if I can guarantee that will happen, but I will do my best. We are trying to get Judith Employee of the Month, so S-Crafting with her and all that fun stuff. But yeah, overall should be pretty good. I think because I haven't grinded since last stream, so it's not like anything changed. So Van's all done. Anya's is almost done. Ferry is done. Judith isn't. You're not, and you're not. Yeah, so basically the only ones done are Ferry and Van. I think Anya's will be the one that I get next, just to get her last bit of EP. And then we should be good. Yeah, because I need more fire. Fire really is. I feel like it's because I made like attack 2 or attack. Yeah, I think I made like attack 2 quartz. So at some point in the past. So that's kind of that's catching up to me now, unfortunately. But overall, we're doing pretty good. Mayor's almost rank 5. And yeah, we're doing good. We're just trying to make sure that none of our rank 5 hollow cores are in, because we don't want them. Oh yeah, you should be on Mare Gray, not regular Mare.
I'm Mare, a dedicated custom hollow.
Cool. And we have Rame, because that one's all max now. EP usage 60, 9% EP regen after acting, magical damage plus 25%. That's pretty good. Other 5s, there's Cameo, so evasion, counter 100, so guaranteeing a counter. Which used to all, like in Cold Steel and Reverie, like that was always 100 if you were within range. Now it's a potential chance, unless you have this evasion plus 50, evasion counter damage plus 40, strength plus 25, physical damage plus 25. So this definitely would be good on Aaron, who can buff himself to be more evasion. So, but he also doesn't. He has the 2 swords, which his range probably is not too great. Karabia, I don't believe you're on it. Yeah, you're not on anyone, but you could be pretty darn good. Like, not gonna lie, like Karabia being like big strong was probably the one that I'm gonna put on Van after Mara's maxed, unless I decide instead that I would rather use Gop or Gap, because S-Craft, like, he does use a lot of S-Crafts. Like, Van, because he's the one in Grendel mode and has Grendel fights and is most likely to have solo fights, he does get more S-Crafts than everyone else. And he doesn't have to risk Employee of the Month, so it's also just safer for me in that way. But, yeah. So how's it going, Wolf Slash? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, hello there. Got some weird fucking... Elvis!
I'm going to need you to fall back, Elvis. I'll take care of these.
You're too weak.
What? No! That's too much to handle, even for you.
Damn. She's incredible. I recognize her. She's one of the guild's A-rank bracers, right? I knew it. Huh? What are you guys doing here? I'm glad you're all right, Elvis. You can hang back for this one. We'll make sure she comes out of this unscathed. Anya's, Judith, and I are gonna go join up with Elaine. The rest of you can take on the other one. Understood. Leave it to us. Interesting, okay. Well, that's a fine group. Her moveset kind of reminds me of, what's-her-face from East 8? Staz, the rapier lady. She's really going all out. I've heard rumors about Beauty's blade's strength, but they don't do her justice. You sure she needs backup? Maybe not, but she's throwing caution to the wind here. I don't like it. Not one bit. Elaine, we're here to help. It's no use. She's completely absorbed in her fight. Laxia, I believe. Yes, Laxia, that's the name. Thank you, Ninja. How are you doing today? What's the plan? I don't think we can just jump into the fray.
You're hopeless, Van. It's a good thing I'm here to babysit you. You'd be a lost cause without me.
What's with Van's mouth?
Shut up, Lainey. And what do you mean by babysit?
Lainey.
I'm older than you. Ah, you two are such children.
I suppose it's up to me to teach you how to behave.
Get a grip, Laney.
Laney. Huh.
Van? Why are you...
Is this an off day or something? Your blade works sloppy and you're totally oblivious to your surroundings. Now look over there.
There's a second one.
My assistants have that one unlocked, so we'll lend you a hand here.
Fine, then.
You have my support. I'll take it down in no time. Yeah, because I'm willing to bet that Elaine feels overly responsible for the bomb going off because she's in the story in the like prologue or epilogue, like or like the last things that you could do in Reverie. One of the stories was about Elaine meeting the head honcho of A. I'm on the internet because I have nothing better to do. I continue to work on it. So that, yeah. Love it. Okay, so actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shield might be a little bit difficult to do. And he can only shield himself. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do this. Let's whack you with some of that. What arts do you have?
Great time for a shard boost.
Great time for a shard boost. Let's hit everyone with a chrono drive. Art, support. You could also do a chrono drive, but let's not. A damage, A res up. Let's do that. Anya's is probably going to be big help here. Yeah, because you're weak to wind, so that'll help. Tyrant Storm. Oh, you're very weak to wind. You are extra weak to wind. That's really good. Okay, good. How much damage are you gonna do? 200% effectiveness. Tyrant Storm. A damage up. Anya's boosted. What are we looking at here? 21,000. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, it's just pretty good. Just pretty good. Delay damage up. CO semi attack. Here. You do that because that gives. You already have quick, but it also delays. Then do another Tyrant Storm. Okay, and then you can actually do Hated Roar because this gives HP regen on your turn. So that will help a little bit.
Here goes.
And then
This'll hurt.
we can go for
Your turn, Judith.
now let's get some extra Sepith with some Swift Larceny. If you're going to do Larceny, you should do it swiftly. Bada bang, bada boom.
Activating
18441. Yup. Yeah, I'm really liking how much of an artillery cannon Anya's is right now. At least so long as the enemy is 200% weak to the element that she can do. Found Crimson. Made short work of that one. It's a good thing that the big ones don't leave corpses that need to be cleaned up. Are you guys alright? Listen, I know the incident in Cray came as a shock. It did for all of us. You can't lose your cool like this. An A-rank bracer's gotta be calm and composed even when the going gets tough. Who do you think you're... Take some deep breaths. Everything's gonna be fine. There'll be trying times ahead, sure. We'll get through them. Just gotta take things one step at a time. That goes for everyone here. Not just you and me.
I know that. I know that! I'm trying so hard to stay calm. But even still, No, I couldn't protect them. I'm supposed to be a beacon of strength for the people. And I failed them. If only I didn't let that man escape back in Longport. No, even before that. If I just hadn't...
Elaine. Sounds like you're bottling something up. Need someone to lend an ear. I'm here for you.
Are you really?
Are you really here?
Then tell me, Van. Why did you leave me?
Oh. Ooh. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. We defeated both of our targets, and we may not have done so without your timely aid. I apologize for how I treated you back there, Avis. You fought admirably. Elaine. I'm going to take my leave now. I still have other work to do. I'll make certain you get compensated for your portion of the work. The loss of Dingo Brad was nothing short of a tragedy. There were times when he beat us to the punch, but his intelligence proved indispensable on a number of occasions. Same for me, too. If you can, try and keep an eye on that Tyrell Times reporter. She's getting dangerously close to the criminal underworld, and she doesn't seem to be taking any of my warnings to heart. Alvis, we're leaving. Wait! She's just as strong as everyone claims. But I'm a little worried about her now. What could have compelled her to be so reckless in that fight? Also, well, I guess we know why that presidential aide sent us down here. So what's next? Should we go check up on that reporter? That might be prudent. If she is closing in on the criminal underworld, then she can only be headed to one place. The so-called Blacklight District, correct? Yeah. If she's there, we gotta drag her out. That place is crawling with criminals of all shapes and sizes. Wonder how she found out about that place, though. Dingo never would have told her about it or shared its location with her. Well, there's more than one way to crack an egg. Right, she could have found out from some of her other connections. I'm worried about her. Let's find her. Get her to check and see if she's alright. Yeah, I agree. We should head straight there. There's no time to waste.
Well done, everyone.
Last stop, destruction. Okay. Law in gray. Just like every time I look at it, I'm like, how close to going up am I? Like I'm oh so close. Right? Like you can look at it and you're like, damn it, I am in line with that law rank. Like I think I need one more for SPG that gives law 1. And then I will be good. Okay, just in case there's combat and I need heal. Okay, let's go to Blacklight and let's go to entrance. So I haven't been back here since I was forced. Head to the Blacklight District. Head to the Blacklight District. No?
Huh? That is you, isn't it, Judith? Did you dye your hair?
Yes. Judith, you're still in disguise. Nope, nothing like that. See? I was just trying out a new wig, that's all. What's up, Mina? I did tell you I won't be back for a while, didn't I?
You did, but Mr. Gotti insisted that I get in touch with you right away. He's pushing the whole film industry to release a statement and make a donation in response to Cray.
I see. I'm a little tied up, so I can't do anything right this second, I'm afraid. Can I call you back tonight?
Of course. Take care and talk to you later then.
You too. Thanks. That's a big surprise coming from the director. Doesn't feel like him, but maybe he's the type to take action when shit hits the fan. Indeed, he strikes me as not only a passionate man, but a compassionate one as well. For sure. Well, I'm with him. I'm not gonna let this tragedy stand. Not as someone in the film industry or as a thief. We're absolutely gonna take Armada down for this, but we have to know what we're up against if we're going to protect all we can. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Yeah. I'm curious, who would the donations go to?
Can't help but worry about her sometimes. She's a little too single-minded for her own good. Though I suppose that's why she's the genuine article. Unlike me.
The genuine article, unlike you. What does that mean?
Hello? Any news to report?
Oh no, Nina, you can't be on the bad side.
I see. So that's where the filming will be taking place. Just as we thought. The only question now is who the final cast will be. We don't have long until the shoot begins, it seems.
You are talking in vaguities, in vaguenesses, similar to people that refer to tea parties and other such things. Dingo, why, right? Dingo, why were you such a cool guy right up until the very end? Why do the good die young? How's it going, Sleeper? Okay, so Nina is somehow... She's a plant of some agency. She is somehow not legitimate in some kind of way, shape, or form. Oh, Lord. More betrayaltons. I would never have imagined there was a place like this in Edith before coming here. I'm not surprised. And is it just me, or does this district seem even more on edge than usual? It makes sense that it would be. I imagine a number of secret agents are down here investigating after what happened. I'd assume so too. This may be the closest thing Edith has to a lawless district, but the authorities can't afford to turn a blind eye right now. Well, guess we should snoop around the shops and see if anyone's seen that reporter anyway. Yeah, let's get moving. This feels like...
I don't think I've seen you before.
Who are you?
Guess I'll check out the arena.
What will it be?
Nothing new.
I'll be seeing you.
Sup, girl? Items.
I've got some fine wares for sale.
Coins.
Best go.
Spirit
Best
droplets.
come again soon.
Don't need to buy droplets right now.
What are you doing?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I knew it. Oh.
Let go of me! I said, let go!
You need your pocket shiv, Marielle.
You were the one who started piling on the questions.
Man dressed for battle. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now we get to enjoy our rightful reward. Come on. Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that sure doesn't sound like the definition of a rightful to me. And just who the hell are you guys? Arcade Solutions. She really was down here. Are those people Jaegers? I don't think so. That getup they're wearing looks familiar, though. I think their name is Bugbear? Them. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey, you looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We were gonna take advantage of the mess Almada's made to finally get our name out there. But all this state of emergency crap has got us stuck where we are, and it's pissing me off. Wow, what a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've still seen enough combat to be a problem, though. I only just realized, but they've got some real lookers with them, too. Guess we'll have to get some fun after we show them who's boss. Ugh, this is so dumb. Time to take them down.
Let's see what you're made of.
I won't lose.
Okay.
How I floor with them.
Let's just
Initiating
this.
skill.
Ready to scene up.
Grim Knight Vaults.
I hope you're ready. Here's the climax.
What are the words on her card? Like her calling card? What are those?
I'll get them all at once.
Okay, let's hit him with that.
Get ready. Got a whole slew of them.
There we go.
Over here.
Wanted to make sure I hit them all.
Perfect chance. I'll round them up and scatter them.
Actually, let's...
I'll round them up and scatter them.
Here we go. Gonna do that. And just coin bullet buffer. I mean, it's like, hey, get aggro real early. Makes it easier. Okay, how much damage you doing?
Activating skill.
Good. And that was a raw chance feather. So that was very nice. There we go. Easy. It'd be funny if his coin bullet would make you lose 50. I don't think it would. It would not be funny early game. Now it would be fine. Mara reached level 5. I'm surprised Mara reaching level 5 is not its own achievement. I understand there's the hollow core, just max anyone to 5, but I feel like Mare 5 should be special. That was just pathetic. Their threat level is closer to a D or D minus, it would seem. Damn it! I thought these guys were just a bunch of rookies. Ugh, fine, have it your way. Reinforcements coming in. Doggies? Of course, they'd have military monsters at their beck and call. It's not going to be an easy fighting off this many while defending her. Yeah, looks like the tables have turned, huh? It figures, though. These days, Calvert's full of wusses who are so used to peace they've forgotten how to fight. I bet Hayway would just roll over, too. Maybe we should try getting ourselves hired by the new big boys in town. What? How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying? You know who needs to finally become a bar member in Envirol? I don't know. Who, Spiced?
Hey, you would just roll over, would they?
Gilbert, dude, oh my god. Yeah. Oh, hello there. Huh? Wait. Gien? Ugh. Ugh. What just happened?
Well, you aren't putting up much of a fight. Perhaps you ought to consider hanging up the Jaeger's uniform if you cannot act the part.
Those are Heiwei Shangshu. It's time for him to join Main Cat. I mean, you know what? Like, we do need Gilbert to come around just so we can beat him up again. And we can get Gilbert Stein. How dare you? I've heard rumors, but never seen them in person. Your strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. Does Judith also know Risha? Don't be scared. We still have the upper hand in numbers. Yeah, deploy all the military monsters.
So that you don't misunderstand, we are not the main threat you face here.
What? Yo. Fuck. Okay. How?
That is a shame. Your prowess is sorely lacking.
Man with eye patch. Huh? Isn't that the guy we passed on the way to Long Eye? Oh, the one on that giant Etoile spike. Sup?
I must apologize. I see I overdid it some.
This is the first time we've ever seen someone tame military monsters through might.
Oh, I did restrain myself. That's a good boy. No trouble caused, no trouble faced. So then, what will the rest of you be doing?
Excuse us, sir. We're leaving now. Can't top real life for the best visual effects, huh? He sent both man and monster flying through the air.
I would expect no less from the famed lion. Your strength only seems to have grown since your active days.
I no longer go by that name, and I would very much appreciate you for getting it. Thank you for leading me here, Elder.
Not at all. That wasn't the only reason I came here. And I'm sure, with circumstances as they are, that I am going to be relying on you significantly in the days to come.
I see.
It's good to see you all again. I hadn't expected we would meet so soon upon my arrival.
Really? I see. The thing is, anytime someone from Heiwei says something is unexpected, I cannot believe them. Because it's like, no, you probably expected it. Like, I can't believe you. You're not trustworthy. Can't believe two old codgers rolled up right up. Can't believe two old codgers rolled right up and hogged all the limelight. There we go. But what are you even doing here?
Our course of action has been decided, you see. Heiyue's response to currently unfolding events.
Yeah? So your preparations are complete then?
Indeed. The mists have cleared, and we have exactly the number of pieces that we require.
Oh, yeah.
Until the matter has been fully resolved, we will also be assuming control of the Blacklight District.
Oh, okay. We're in charge now.
That is in accordance with our agreement with this nation's supreme authority.
Oh, the president was like, here you go, Heiwa. Heiwa ain't so bad. Yeah, but they're not good. They are assholes. They just happen to be generally working with us, but they're not good. Then the president signed off on this? What do you mean by the mists have cleared?
It's time you decided your next move. Though I would suggest you listen to what my friend here has to say before doing so. Farewell for now, Aaron. I will be in touch.
I don't see Heiwa nuking. I mean, yes, but that's a very low bar. Did you not commit a event of mass human killing with a terrible weapon? No? Okay, then you're not that bad. Hey! Man, didn't think he'd come all this way in person. Bond's probably still in Longport, but now I really want to know what the pieces he mentioned refer to. Are you alright, Van?
Yep. This is him, alright. This is how he's always been. He looks normal on the surface, yet everything he does is batshit crazy.
You are saying, no, nukes, you are good in my book. I mean, that's... Sleeper, I feel like you're selling yourself a bit short here. Because there's a lot of things still pretty bad, but not as bad as setting off nukes. Like, oh yeah, you know, I just killed 18 people, but it's not as many as a nuke would have killed, right? I'm still good.
Like wandering off with some stupid dangerous object back when he was younger.
There's no good or evil to the Heiwa. There's only business. They get along very well with Stannis from the book. I mean, yes, Heiwa is very much what they want or what is not what they want.
That certainly brings back memories. Yet I have discarded my past now, and I would ask that you discard it as well. My old greenhorn student, Van.
Spirited old man.
This is Van's former master? The one he said was like a father to him?
Oh my god. Your dad is really cool.
But wasn't he...
I've got more to say than there are stars in the sky. But let me start with this. Why are you still alive when you supposedly died 3 years ago? Master Barkhorn!
Yeah, because Master Barkhorn is the one that is supposed to have given Gaius his stigma, right? And you can only give stigma with death, correct? Bergard Zaman. Okay.
I am Bergard Zeman.
Bergard
Though
Zeman.
I was once known by another name.
Yeah. Another fake death from Falcom. Sigh. Yeah. Gave Gaius a stigma. Dingo probably has permadeath. This ain't fair. See, it makes worse. It's like, okay, maybe there is a way to transfer stigma, but not like perma-dying. Because the thing is, this one... Because who, quote-unquote, saw him die? What was it? Was it just Gaius? Because what? It was like, oh, there was like a skirmish on the out... Because what? Gaius said there was what? Like a skirmish on the outskirts of the plains. And he got KO'd. And Gaius got the stigma from him. Kevin turning Weissman to Saul or Dingo's death. Which one was better? Kevin turning Weissman to Saul was a lot more cathartic in a very good way. I can't say which one was actually better, though. Because, like, Weissman turning to Saul is like, yeah, we beat him, finally, he's gone. Good. Whereas Dingo is like, okay, we need to now... It's a very much a driving force. Whereas Weissman's dying is, like, very much a end of the tail kind of settle it. Only Dingo had more evasion, right? Dude, if only you could parry it. Like, bro, just parry the bomb. Also, how's it going, Bison? It's going well. And you, Keith? Thanks for dropping by. And hey, we were asked, is it just business? Sorry, this would say exactly like Senator. When in history has it ever been about anything different? Yeah, true. This one's known by another name.
I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Not as interesting as the dead man who's back from the grave. I'm sharing how you managed that.
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps.
Nah, I ain't telling. I like how the rest of the crew is all standing. They're like, Van is the only one that gets to sit across from this man. He deserves it.
Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once knew. And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
September 17th, FF16 drops on Steam. Nice. Nice. That's cool. Please. I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it. Well, you did do a good job putting Marielle at ease. Yes, I think you helped her regain some of her old spirit.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Marielle.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description. Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we're planning to make up for our shortcomings with help from others. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. 16 is only $50 on Steam. Let's go! Nice. So keep your head high. Let's do all the jobs we're best for. Nothing else than to prove his words right.
Right. I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants. And I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
Those words were quite touching. Very befitting of you. And of Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonate deeply with me as well. 15, that's kind of... Honestly, yeah, frankly. But... Has been... What, a year? It's been, what, a year or so since it's, like, PS5 release? I'm so high for my mac and cheese. What, you laced that shit with marijuana? Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Okay. The Dominion would stand a strong chance at making me a believer if they were real. Even so, I doubt I'd be allowed to join the Septian Church. I'd be too eager to kill. I mean, who wouldn't, right? And also, I have a feeling that would be one of those things. Because the thing is, right, the only people that get to, like, go really high up and be that super powerful are the people that are born or get the stigmas. Otherwise, you have to be squire level. Unless I... Have they ever... Ainz. Does she have a stigma? Or is she just a badass? $70 for a game and DLC is better than people got... Yeah, PS5. Because wasn't each DLC like $30 or $40? Can we please move on from this topic? She has a stigma, most likely. But it hasn't been confirmed? Oh yeah, should let my employees introduce themselves. Anya's, you go first. Gladly. My name is... Wow, that's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you are among the 12 knights who lead the church's Gralsritter. I've heard much about your various exploits, Roaring Lion. Yeah, so this is the priest that we chased around the country in CS2. I mean, she is the first Dominion, and you and every other Dominion. Okay, yeah. Sorry, brain side. Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if she was Dominion or in like a special rank above that. But I guess even they say like, oh yeah, the only reason why Kevin's older sister, woman lady, wasn't a Dominion was because she was like super fucking powerful, but did not have a stigma and therefore was limited. So yeah, if Ainz is higher than that, she has to have a stigma. Every Dominion has a stigma, no exceptions. Why guys broken from CSD onward. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising. Oh, okay. Oh wait, this is all the ones we knew.
Once again,
I want
that name
look
is
at
no
it.
longer mine.
Well, it was all the ones we already knew.
Ask that you
It's
keep
fine.
that in mind.
Kevin? Yeah, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. I know I would pass you on the way to Longley. So you arranged our invitation there? And I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Honestly worried for future Zamir, Olivier, and Sheriff's child is going to be a fucking menace. Nah, dude. Kid's gonna be so well behaved. It's going to put both the parents to shame, being like, damn, this is such a nice kid. Such a well-behaved kid who is not an alcoholic. Damn. We really need to be better as parents. As you can see from that, the artwork for each man was just their artwork from the last game there. Yeah. I'm guessing a few others play a part in that as well. But yeah, interestingly enough, we have actually met quite a lot of the Dominions in terms of like percentage. Like we have met like more than half at this point of all total Dominions. I'm guessing a few others play a part in that as well. Namely, Professor Hamilton, AOA's future elder, the Crown Prince of Alzheim, and former President Rocksmith. Am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of Elsheim and Elder Guillen.
I got friends. Everyone knows each other in Sumerian. Well, we don't know if all 12 seats are filled. That is true.
The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future.
Yeah, so we have met more than half of all potential Dominions. All our insurers that having children who aren't over the top would be the most stark contrast in the series today, right?
Though it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
It's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in Longley, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. What a lazy bitch. Anyway, knew you'd gone off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. And I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute in Nord. You said you laid down your life protecting one of your students. But here you are, alive and well. You cheated death and carried on living, just without your title and mark. Won't pry into what you've been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contacted me? Up for Falcom to literally shake all her fans at the end of the game scene where Estelle tells Joshua she is expected. Honestly, that would be fantastic. It'd be funny if they would have the twins that share their parents first. Oh god. Have twins and it's literally just, yo bro, hand me the bottle. You got it, sis. Chug, chug, chug. Okay, you take left half of the piano, I'll take right. We're drunk musicians. Perfect.
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark. I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths.
Versus daughter takes after Olivier and male takes after Shara. Just the drunk son.
And I intended to leave my survival a secret. A trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
And now everyone is going to know, and no one's going to be surprised. Because you did it now. Bah. Guessing you figured it was time to play that card then. To help us with this crisis.
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada. The assassins of the Gardens. Their whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
Le gasp. What? Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the Garden's overseers, have established a new base.
Time for a raid!
And it is located in a city within this very country.
Surprising no one. No guy's very badass if people aren't surprised that he survived death. That guy died and he's back. Yeah, sounds about right.
What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Also, you know Brigard is serious, and he's really cool because he didn't lose anything extra super important that nerfs him when he survived death. He potentially lost an eye. We can't even guarantee if it's gone. He might just have it covered to be a cool guy. But, like, man, Victor, what a bitch. He lost an entire arm. Fucking... This guy survives death? What'd he lose? An eye and a stigma? Pfft. Stigma was just a, you know, that was just a cane. That just helped. Probably be tempted to be terrible parents out of boredom. That's like never gonna happen. All very insurers are good. Stigma ensure that their child don't suffer the traumatic past. That between the liberal braces, Chloe, class 7, they have a wealth of it. True. Oh yeah, no, their children are gonna turn out fine. Because also you have to remember they're royal children at that. Right? Like, they're gonna have plenty of people. In fact, I feel like the most thing you have to worry about is them being spoiled, potentially. But even then, they have fine influences. Wait, all of them? Alphen will spoil them. Yeah, right? Alphen would be one of the only ones. Major players in this nation. Guess that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know. I assume Hayway and the other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base?
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment.
We have to be the ones to go first.
This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
Oh, yeah? So that's what Gian was talking about earlier? I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this, my people included. Marduk HQ would likely be making their move as well. And teasing at least every waking moment. Well, hopefully by the time the children are old enough to be, to have the concept of teasing, hopefully Reen and Elise have their shit together with separate significant others. Yo, maybe our boy, maybe bitch boy that came around, maybe Digimon Emperor, maybe he will finally get some game and make it work. Maybe our boy Patrick will make it work with Elise. Because here's what I have to think. I have to think the only way that Elise can be romanced is if Reen goes away for an extended period of time and does not have contact with her. Because Reen being Reen is ultimate cockblock. Like, he will not allow it. So you have to wait until he's gone. Until you can move in and to start talking. You can't be serious. Just win a one-on-one against you. Yeah, well, this game loves plot armor too much. I don't think they can make Patrick that strong too quick. All these groups are going to flood the city at once? Which city? They still haven't said that. So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try and capture Almada alive. Or go after their heads. Some might even be aiming to get their grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices. That would be really bad. Remember those people from Tharbad? Yeah. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things would make you public enemy number 1. It ain't a stretch, though. There's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapons. So, given the stakes, what do you plan to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright, and also to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. It's a shining. What? Guess it's, Hey, we're busy in here. Afraid you have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job. And a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
Oh, just shoot a bullet through the door. Fine. Get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Oh.
Do excuse us.
Yo, slow walk. Patrick doesn't make it work with Elise. He already succeeded against all odds with Yola and Gwendolyn. Why is the characters this VA voices only find success in romance with former enemy? Yeah. I mean, yeah, but then, you know, he didn't have like much success in Felghana. He just kind of died. Not that there was any romance option for him, but he couldn't get with at all. There was so much romantic tension between the two. I recognize you two. It's the shady duo from that nightclub in Tharbad. I also met you back in Longley. Yep.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
Nice to finally meet you all, ladies and gentlemen of Arkride Solutions.
Once again, not nearly enough facial hair to warrant being called a man with facial hair instead of a man with scar face. Like, like, come on, man. There is a much bigger identifier for this dude. Or even man in blue, purple, azure coat. Like, you could choose more than man with facial hair.
Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me, what's a dead man doing out of his coffin?
You're a dimension of sky. I was granted life once more, and I don't need to tell you the reason why. Because you already know.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past, haven't we? Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I don't think so. You just give off villain vibe far too distinctly. Like, he's dripping in, oh boy, I'm a villain. Look at me. He's oozing it. I'm afraid I'll have to decline. Had the Azure Abyss of the late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Because those are both hot women. And also Steel Maiden, pretty sick. Pretty sick, bro. Spears clipping through her shirt. Yeah, I saw that too. Not for you, though. Never in a million years. Yeah, so these two are from Ouroboros. Well, the question is, Anguis or Enforcer?
No one will ever
Don't tell me.
reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth, venomous though they are.
I get it now. You're the guy the Direwolf and Ren warned us about. Oh, he's the Oathbreaker? Okay, did he betray Ouroboros somehow? Maybe. You're part of Ouroboros, then? And one of their highest-ranking members at that. Fourth he's an Anguis. Harwood the Thousand Oathbreaker.
The name's Elroy Harwood. I'm the fourth Anguis.
The Thousand Oathbreaker is... like, it's probably just similar, but isn't Kevin's Dominion moniker like the Thousand Hand Savior or something like that? Elroy Harwood. He's the fourth Anguis. Okay, so he's an Anguis with... he's an Anguis with an Enforcer?
But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
This is different, yeah. I figured it was different, but... Enforcer number 3.
I am Enforcer number 3. Lucrezia Isoli.
Lucrezia Isoli. So number 3. That's pretty high up there. Because we know 0. We know 1. Do we know Enforcer number 2? I don't think we do. Because McBurn was 1. 2 is dead. Louve. Yeah, okay, 2 is Louve. Okay. So, she's high. She's really high up there. That... Okay, we got an Anguis and Enforcer number 3. That's...
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Arkwright Solutions.
Actual Anguis, we don't usually get introduced to them until first game's end. True. Yeah. They generally hold the Anguises back quite a bit. But it is nice that they're breaking the mold in this game a lot. I like how he stands up, he's like, I'm not sitting next to them. So I guess he's number 3, the Empress. Hey, put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here.
You're the Oathbreaker.
Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those.
What an asshole. What an asshole. Yes, but Sharon saying Cole steal the ring, and of course it doesn't necessarily mean how strong there. It's just McBurn being number 1 makes it seem like it. But also, like, you tell me McBurn being number 1 that makes it seem like it, but then number 2 was Louve. Like 1 and 2 being like sequentially like the strongest ones makes it very much seem like there could potentially be a little bit of a thing. Maybe. But let's move forward.
I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
From time to time. You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
True.
See, that's when you just splash some water on the cigar. Put that shit out.
Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
You for real? You're joking.
What? You're not up for it?
As I say, this guy might be on par with Bison. How evil. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, he looks it. Like, he's playing it up.
Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
Yeah, if the work's reasonable. And if I like you. Your likability's going up in smoke faster than tobacco in that cigar. I know you guys are after Armada. Hell, you probably know where they're at, too. But before we ask you where that is, I need to know why you've come to us.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out? It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. Give him someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society has already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge.
Interesting.
Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well. The goal's to round up the members of Armada and the Gardens, and murder every last one of them.
See, like, you using the word murder, I feel like murder implies too much of, like, a morally negative thing. Can we just say, like, give them just desserts and retribution through execution? I hope you're able to level up either Lockhead. Nope. It was not, unfortunately. I see. You ain't doing so in the name of justice, I'm guessing?
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them.
That'll be something I guess I get to see when I replay the game. Oh well.
Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc. But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight, then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done. They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right. You'll have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heiwei will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too, yeah?
More than likely. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes for the Grosritter. Artifacts are involved in this, after all. And I wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Grosritter.
Enforcer numbered in according to the tarot, not levels of power. Meant to suggest an archetype, not a tier. Burns a magician. Magician card has an infinity symbol. Magnetic burn has no limits, but has limits to defy the laws of reality. What we learned about him in CS4. Well, you can see why he doesn't have the magician. Ah, okay. Interesting. Fucking that. Get away from my light.
Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
That is what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city.
What city?
One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
In other words, civilians might get killed and you aren't going to look after them. You guys are scum. Still, if Almada really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession, we have no other choice but to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. Because if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos.
Chaos.
Oh, and should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out, and ready to cut me into a million little pieces.
Oh, and should you happen to, have to fight us, even though we hired you, try to kill me.
I'm very much into that sort of thing.
Or one masochistic bastard. Well, we've got our reasons for chasing Almada down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on the side. First, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connection to either Almada or the Gardens. Just spill it. What kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
Huh. Well, it isn't a close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late. But your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
Do you have a connection with the guy? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there were enforcers that were trained in the Gardens or vice versa.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse, an organization of assassins.
Okay.
14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold.
We have only heard of a few we've only heard of a few organizations that Ouroboros destroyed. One was one of the DG cult lodges, right? And that cult was the one that had Ren in it. So she wasn't part of that.
Although they did not do the same for many of its other members. The society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest. Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation.
Yes.
My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and let them form their own flock.
So he took the remnants of the DG cult and whatever assassin order he was part of and made another group? Wait. You don't mean...
Huh. Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun. And the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
From the data available to Marduk, there's only one operation that matches her story. I really hope it ain't the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group y'all are talking about isn't.
It's exactly as you think. The DG cult.
Yeah.
You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
Okay. No way. Heard about those fiends from Sao. And I heard about them from my Grammy.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult together and set them loose on the world.
Oh, Lord. You dick.
That's how the gardens were created.
Oh.
They find seeds that are scattered by the wind and grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the picking.
Okay. One, that's a cool sigil, not gonna lie. Two, so literally the gardens are just actually made of the worst people ever. Like, actually just made of the worst people ever. Oh, Lord. See, because then that makes me think it's like, okay, who of the guards that we have seen were part of DG and who were part of Assassin's group? Because then that puts you on varying sides of bad. Like, I mean, it's all stupid extra bad, but like, you know, were you originally from Assassin's group or were you originally from DG cult? Like, like there's something to be said. Like, because I feel like I'd be safe in saying that up until this point, even now, DG cult is still the worst group of throughout like Trails series canon history. It's the worst one. It's done the most bad shit in like the most heinous things. But like, we also knew the Assassin's group since they were another member that we have met that was from the same group. Oh yeah, we got. Well, I mean, yeah. Let's keep going forward.
Had I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine. But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured.
Okay. See, I thought. Yeah, because what? She was an assassin, and then she was recruited into Ouroboros? And then it was after she failed an Ouroboros assassin mission and was, what, saved and nursed back to health by... Or not even necessarily nursed back to health, but it was after she was saved, then she became the maid, but was still Ouroboros?
I gave that one domino a little push. And look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
How could you? So this is all your fault? I take back what I said earlier. You aren't just a masochistic bastard. You're also a sadistic monster.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never go far enough for my tastes.
Man. Really saying, man, those two worst people of Ouroboros, those two actual worst people, they never go far enough. She was with these two shitheads in the Aura Moonlight Horse before the three of them joined us. Okay.
But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us tick.
Yeah, and those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. Get what he wants to do, though. Also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. Man, I don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. So this gathering will include Marduk, Heiwei, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loath as I am to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Surely there's another way. Yeah, I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy. I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
As long as you don't slip a trap or two in them.
My. They really don't trust you, do they?
Nope.
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
Oh. It is. So here's the thing. That camera was like damn near the origin of the nuke. I feel like it should be in much worse condition. Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever. The three disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
So that is one thing where I believe it's only like the original nukes and stuff that were like gave off a lot of radiation. Now with like hydrogen bombs and stuff, there's actually very little, if any. It's all like actual just force. There's very little like radioactive fallout, as far as I understand. Although that might be. Don't quote me for that. I would have to do more research to be 100% sure. There's no radioactive contamination, but all of the theories we have suggest. No, wait. Perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. I'm so lost. Hang on a sec. You nabbed the camera before the authorities locked the scene down? Won't ask how you managed to get there ahead of the cops, because if I heard the answer, you'd be leaving this room with a big old black eye.
Ooh, scary.
Because it means they were watching from a safe distance. They knew it was going to happen and did not stop it. It's in our hands now, Dingo. It's mostly just bombs that cause a shitload of damage, but for other countries that have nukes, they're starting later than the U.S. They are actually going for nukes. Ah, okay. It's our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome now, would we? I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
Knows about the Genesis? Haven't got a clue what you're on about. So, you gonna tell us where we're going or not?
Why don't you ask the defanged lion? I've done enough talking for one day.
So I'm gonna be real here. He came in here, was like, I'm gonna hire you to do some stuff. Go to this city. Hey, what city? Ask the dude that was already here who was going to tell us anyway, and we were gonna go to that city regardless. Like it frankly feels like there's very little point for this guy to actually come here. Which really, if ever used nowadays, they're more just there as a deterrent. Hopefully they're never used anymore. Yeah.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
That little bit that says complicated matters only. I feel like this fits the bill. Glad you're here, Master. I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense. You would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You've grown into a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright, guys. I'm gonna ask that you all stay here. I'm going solo on this one. But why? It's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone there will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what'll happen there, and I can be a lot more flexible if I'm on my own. If I can make an exception for Master, figure I'm going to need his help at least. You figure right. That's precisely why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong. I don't think of y'all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I need you to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and no one is paying attention. No one will listen. All just saying, nah, fuck you, we're coming, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude. We're gonna come over there and we're gonna smack them guys with ya. Don't you know? Hey.
You done flapping your gums yet?
Further down the road, I was gonna check Van and marrying her with some form of sweet dude. Maybe?
Good. Because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
Yeah, I'm still thinking, maybe Paulette won't get back together with Maxim. Van can get together with Paulette, be a good stepdad to Yume, and maybe Quattro can get some action with Anya's. I'm just hoping. Like, that's pie in the sky, hopes and dreams.
I appreciate that you're worried about us. I really do. However...
So, Bud, how did you feel about Maxim Real? Fucking hated it. Well, I don't hate the idea that he is the dad. I hate the fact that he's getting a second chance. That's what's pissing me off about the entire ordeal. Like, that's what I don't like.
We all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you.
See, I was thinking that, like, Yume was going to be someone else's kid, like, because as far as we knew, all Paulette did was she came home, on like a dark, rainy day alone carrying a baby, right? That was kind of what we were told prior to the further reveal. That to me says, oh, there's some kind of like crime stuff going on, right? Like there's some not good stuff that you're trying to get away from, hide from in the middle of the night, And I was like, oh, is it going to be like an Ouroboros member or like an Armada member or something? Are they going to be the dad? But no, it was a Z1 race car driver. Oh, he was just he was actually just a fuck up. Okay, well, damn.
Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around.
But it now says Arkride Solutions in your affiliation box. To be fair, he was actually looking for her. I mean, yes, he was looking for her. Only after losing her because he fucking cheated on her. Like, okay, if Maxim did not cheat on her and was just like highly focused on driving and like, let's say partying, and he didn't like go that next level up and cheated on her and was just like generally neglectful, then I would have been more willing to give him a second chance. But he cheated. Therefore, it's no-go. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You can send child support.
I'm a phantom thief, so I'm
Whoa,
gonna steal
you
this
admitting
show
it.
whether you like it or not.
You admitted it now? Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
And I'd try to join up with the warriors of Kruga.
Try.
I would really rather go with everyone here, though. I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way. Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well.
See, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping at the end of this arc, we don't get another, oh, hey, here's this Jaeger that turned into a bracer. I'm really hoping that Fairy's like, you know what? I don't really want to be a Jaeger anymore. I'm just going to go be my own Spriggan. Like, I would be down for that.
Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil. The distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
Agnes.
Wow.
Somehow I knew it'd end up like this one way or another. Unlucky for you, though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or during a school trip. You're gonna have to play hooky. No, I know.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get school canceled. It's fine. Starting to think I'm a bad influence. Make sure you get paid in advance. That way you'll have the mirror for bribes and hush money. Anya's will use her dad and tell Van marry me, or I'll blacklist you from buying sweets in Edith. And he'd be like, then I guess I'm moving out of Edith. I'm not marrying a child, Mr. President. How dare you?
I wasn't planning on going that far.
Oh.
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
Right. We need to know where they are so we can kick their sorry butts.
I swear to God, if they just say in Edith,
Very well then.
it'd be fucking hilarious.
The base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic,
Rossian.
as well as its oldest.
God damn, it's fucking that. Got it. I got it. You can see a little black speck on my hand. I got it. Look at that. I'm a fucking gnat assassin. Fucking piece of shit. Ugh. Like, I've been taking out like 1 or 2 gnats like every day. But that's not nearly fast enough. There's another one. There. Who's there? It was flying too close to the cord for my mic.
It is also the place where the terrorists of Calvert get much of their funding.
Oh. And it's where he grew up. That's where he was.
The old city capital, Rossian.
Oh, Rossian.
That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
Okay. See, now I'm very curious. So, the difference in... So, it would have been in that conversation that there would have been some difference had I had law or chaos at 3.
Gotta keep this up.
For like a combined between the 2 of 5. There would have been some difference in that conversation.
There, God Zeman.
Yo, what's up?
I may have lost my life once, but that alone would never be enough to stop me.
Hell yeah, recruited. Burgard has joined Arcade Solutions. Save. Are we still in chapter 5? Okay, so this is... Oh, we got 2 new people in this chapter. God damn it. So that means I need to focus on one... Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I guess that makes it a little bit easier. I can go focus on Burgard and or Judith. And if either one gets it, then it's fine. It's a bike! It really is a shame we can't take Marielle with us. At least she's going there with the guild, rather than traveling on her own. Yeah, sounds like they're planning to send a lot of people over to Rossian. Can't think of a better group for the job. Indeed. Helping civilians is what they do best. Meanwhile, we're only going to avenge that handsome reporter guy. Were you able to get the matter settled with your school Anyas? Yes, I told them yesterday I'd be absent for a few days due to a family emergency. They've always been very accommodating of my family situation, although I've never taken advantage of it like this. I don't think anyone can blame you, given the circumstances. Still a black mark on your spotless record, though. Miss Perfect's gonna turn into Miss Delinquent before we know it. As long as she doesn't sink into Van's level, she'll be fine. I am literally standing right here. You guys sure love to bicker, don't you? What of Miss Bright and your other friends? Have you informed them? Ren already knows. She's going to be helping the guild on this mission. She already left last night, so I expect to run into her in Rossian. Makes sense. Guessing she had to take some time off too, then? Yes, she told the school she received an emergency request to return home from the Liberalian embassy. I didn't get a chance to fill in Odette and Albert on what's been happening, though. I'll make it a point to apologize to them when we get back. Sounds like a plan. Morning, y'all. Sorry you two had to get up so early on our account. You have to get the bistro ready for business anyway. Now tell me, where's the actress going with you? I'm going with them to assess the location for my next film. Yeah, that's it. I hope that goes well then. I was hoping Yume would be able to get up and see you off, but it was just too early for her. Well, we'll buy her a souvenir or two while we're out, so tell her to look forward to them. Of course, I'll do just that. I'm almost scared to ask why you have to leave for Horacion of all places, especially at a time like this. But remember, I'm holding you to your promise about that souvenir.
Take good care of your people, you troublemaking buffoon. If you don't, even one of them gets hurt, I'm doubling the rent on your office.
Ouch. You aren't pulling your punches, are you? Well, I'll do what I can to keep him safe. We'll pick the best souvenir money can buy. It'll put a big smile on Yume's face. Guaranteed.
We have not known each other for long, Mr. Zaman. I can tell you're no ordinary traveler. Just make sure my tenants come back safe and sound. Of course. That's what I'm here for. In return, why don't we go for another round of chess when I get back? I would not be opposed to having more of that heavenly food of yours, too. Nothing would make me happier. Especially since our game last night ended in a draw.
If you missed all the clues regarding who his father is, you won't be anywhere. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. I'm not gonna say it because I want the game to say it, but like, it's pretty effing obvious. I say as I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Yo, what's up? Stop! Albert! Odette! What are you two doing here?
Ren texted us. She said the two of you will be absent for the next 3 days. As soon as I got her message, I woke up Odette, and we called a cab and got here as fast as possible.
Most trains aren't running at this hour, so that was really our only option.
Now then, where exactly are you going this early, Off on another thrilling adventure with that scoundrel and his shady entourage? If you keep throwing yourself into danger, one day you'll wind up getting hurt. Or worse.
I'm sorry for worrying you both. I should have told you sooner. I can't promise it won't be dangerous, but I have to do the—
No! You don't have to do anything. I don't want to lose you. I mean, look at what happened to Cray. I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself because of your family, but if that's your only reason, if you're just risking your life for your dad's sake, then I won't let you go.
Dad. Agnes. I'll admit that I'm doing this in part because of Dad, but that's not my only reason. Ever since I started this job, I've been exposed to people of all walks of life. I've accumulated a wealth of important life experiences. And I've felt closer to my mother and grandmother than ever before through the things they left behind. It's all become just as vital to my growth as our day-to-day lessons at Aramis. I'd even go so far as to say it's become an inseparable part of who I am. So please, don't try and stop me. I'm not just going because of my family, or because of what they passed down to me. I'm going because this is something that I have to do for myself.
Agnes.
Whose car is that?
You're certainly up bright and early. About to depart, I take it?
Renee. What the hell's he doing here? What? What? Him? That's the guy who's always on the city screens.
Dad.
Dad?
One must always be responsible when making critical decisions, and be acutely aware of their potential repercussions. I pray you took that into careful consideration when making yours, Agnes.
Of course I did. I am my father's daughter, after all. I fully intend to seize every opportunity to broaden my horizons and learn from my collective experiences. As much as it pains me to admit, I can't promise that I'll return safe and sound, but I can promise that I'll spare no effort to do so. The last thing I want is to sadden you and the friends I love so dearly.
Yes.
Very well. Make the most of your connections while you're away. The CID is at your beck and call. There are many truths that lie dormant in the gap between ideals and reality. You would do well to seek them out. I will cover for you with regards to your absence from Aramis. You have 3 days, no more, no less. If you exceed that, I will send in the army. That is as far as I'm willing to compromise.
That's more than enough. Thank you, Dad.
I entrust my daughter into your care, Arkwright. You would do well to utilize her services to the fullest. I see you've gathered a retinue of assistants and associates. I am depending on you all to keep her safe from harm.
Yeah?
No need to worry, Mr. Prez. Your girl's in good hands.
Mr. President!
We may skirt the rules of society from time to time, but we ain't about to break any labor laws.
I too will do all I can to ensure the safety of everyone here.
You have my thanks.
I will give you a call once you reach the city. I shall leave a certain other woman in your capable hands as well.
Mr. President?
Always finds a way to saddle me with busy work. Anyway, that president is sure something. Definitely has the looks for the part. But he sure doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. The guy clearly cares about you, but he just won't come out and say it.
Well, he is a politician at heart. Evading direct answers is what they're good at.
Man, great. Love it. I love how that's the stereotype, because it's true.
Ah, darn it. I had so many arguments prepared, but now they've been blown out of the water. Just come back to me safely, all right?
Will do.
If anything does happen, just give us a ring, and we'll be there before you know it.
And do what?
Until then, please look after our friend.
Of course.
Yeah, you got it.
That's really what it is. And do what? Albert and Odette, what are you going to do? Baratier Air Base. I'm on a motorcycle. Is he not sitting in the seat of his motorcycle? I'm really sorry for keeping this from you all. Now it's all clear. Your relation to Professor Epstein was plenty surprising as is. I never imagined your father was a huge celebrity too. It was real obvious you were hiding something, but damn, that's a hell of a bombshell. No kidding. I'm still processing everything. I get what you mean. I assume the decision to conceal your surname was made by the government. That's correct. It was part of a program designed to protect confidential state secrets. Claudel was my mother's last name. My real name is... You don't gotta spell it out. I don't want you borrowed it from your mom's side, though. Oh, really? Game did a real bad job of hiding. I feel like it was not meant... I feel like this was not meant to be such a bombshell drop. It was meant to be something that you just kind of, like, figured out. Like, there are much bigger bombshells to be dropped in this game, but this one definitely wasn't one of them. It's been 4 years since my mother died now. Before that, even though my father was a politician in the opposition party, he was always just Dad to me. But after Mom died, and especially after he announced his candidacy 2 years ago, we've been drifting further and further apart. That was followed by the surprise election result that I'm sure you all know about. After that, I enrolled at Aramis under my mother's surname. I wasn't expecting my childhood friends, Odette and Albert, to be there too, though. After George, no. I will be real. For the longest time, like, I didn't even, like, they could have, like, if you asked me until the end of CS3 or 4 or whatever, what George's last name was, I couldn't have told you. Like, if you asked me at the end of CS1 or at any point in CS2, right, like, hey, what's George's last name? I could not tell you, because he was just George. It was easy to remember. George in the yellow jumpsuit. Like, there you go. So, like, maybe they're banking on you forgetting the name. I suppose that's what led me to becoming so invested in the diaries Mom left behind. Which eventually brought me to Van to find the first Genesis. True, but Gnome only became obvious and see it. Yeah. I think you all know the rest of the story from there. Yes. So that's how it is. Both my mother and grandmother are still around, so I can't relate to that part of your story. But I can certainly understand being attached to your family's legacy. Oh. Yes, we seem to be much the same in that respect. Just so you know, I don't discriminate, so who your parents are ain't a problem for me. As long as I'm paying you, I'm gonna be working you hard. I don't need your pops telling me to do that. Of course. I've got your back, Anyas. Man, how do we end up being such a group of weirdos? Myself included, I guess. The old man here's got something that draws in people like us. He's not wrong. I can see you all making faces in the rearview mirror like I'm some kind of trouble magnet, right? Especially you, Judith. You don't even work for me. Actually, I've made arrangements to pay her commensurate with the services she provides. Say what? I insisted on working for free, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. Oh, come on, Rosette. She's already rolling in cash from all her acting work. That mirror was gonna go toward a new body kit for the car. Man. Yeah, this dude only cares about the 3 C's. Cars, confections, and communal baths. If I ever end up like him, please smack me upside the head. I think you may need to start keeping him on a shorter leash, Anyas. I'll consider it.
Haha, I have superhuman hearing, because I'm in Trail's world. I heard all of it. Even though I'm on a motorcycle.
Like 30 feet ahead of the car. On the way to Rossian, they came across several checkpoints put up due to the emergency declaration, but the CID had arranged for them to pass through. After a brief pit stop in Anchorville, they hit the road northeast. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You letting Aaron ride the motorcycle? Oh, okay, they have a little earpiece. The city we're headed to was the capital of Calvard before the revolution 100 years ago. It has a population of around 280,000 people, making it the 3rd most populous city in the Republic. A lot fewer people than the capital's 800,000 and Longport's 550,000. Man, oh man, this bike you got here is pure fire! Can't wipe the grin off my face.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, but do ride with care.
Bah, didn't get half the reaction when he was driving my girl. I guess even obsessing over something has its downs, huh? I think your truck is nice and comfy if it helps.
Now, we know that many other groups are also making their way to our destination. I'm aware of Hayue and several Jaeger Corps, as well as the Gralsritter and the Papal Guard's secret unit.
Oh? You're in the Gralsritter, if I recall, right? Yeah, it's an elite force affiliated with the Congregation for the Sacraments that primarily exists to recover artifacts. And then we have the Papal Guard, the Holy See of Arteria's peacekeeping force. So they have a special unit of sorts, too? I'm no expert on them, myself. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Certainly. As you may be aware, the Gralsritter is a relatively small organization comprised of around 1,000 people.
That's a lot more people than I actually thought was in the Gralsritter.
The Papal Guard is a force of 30,000 strong that answers directly to the Congregation for Divine Worship. It took part in the war against the Empire. The relationship between the two congregations was strained even before that, but it became more so after the war.
Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, it is interesting just seeing the different art styles just all here. Because, like, Ain's in the middle, right, because that is Ain's. It is slightly different in, like, her... Like, in terms of separation of styles, it's like Celise, douchebag that never has anything good to say about Van, and Ain's are, like, definitely the most, like, variant art styles, I guess I would say, from this group. Like, yeah, they really just were like, yeah, we're not gonna redraw them in our style. We're just gonna use the previous ones, but like we're gonna darken it to make it so they all kind of fit a little bit. Still, while the Papal Guard may have the upper hand in numbers, the Grosser has significant advantages that the Guard does not. Chief among them are the Dominions, the 12 knights that lead the organization, one of whom I used to be. That's this guy, Third Eye, I believe. Archer Kevin. Is that Archer Kevin? Yeah, it might be. Reverie for the others, besides the two new ones, yeah. The power and the power of the unique abilities they wield is overwhelming. You encountered the 4th and 11th among them in the Black Light District some time ago. Okay, so they're both Dominions, which is pretty interesting. Like, they weren't accompanied, like, it wasn't one accompanied by a squire. Their strength, too, is incredible. Incredible enough to match that pair from the society we met yesterday. For real? Damn! That red-haired woman seemed so adorable to me. That weapon she had wasn't so adorable, though. Big sword. Gotta have some bite to stand up against the direwolf. Most people would be scared out of their mind. So wait, and the other hood guy who was down there that day? He is Iscariot's second in command. Iscariot being the Papal Guard's secret unit I mentioned earlier. His name is Ashlad. He does not have any extraordinary abilities like a Dominion, but he is still a veteran in combat. He learned how to wield a battle mace from me personally, so in a sense he is another student of mine. Huh. The Papal Guard being so big, I'm sure even their secret unit's pretty sizable, huh? And the Oathbreaker is probably right that everyone taking part in this has their own schemes in mind, them included. Likely so. If I were to speculate, I would say that the Grossorder aims to take Armada into custody and recover their artifacts. As for Iscariot, I believe they seek to destroy the artifacts or intercept their recovery, as well as execute all of Armada's members, who have no doubt long been branded as heretics. Execute? So their job to take out traitors and criminals. Sounds like Heiyue's Zhongshou. I didn't think there were people like that in the church. The church's situation sounds complicated enough. And they're just a small portion of the groups we'll be facing. Once we arrive, our first goal should be assessing the situation on the ground, I suppose. I expect to hear that what headquarters plans to do soon as well. I'll know for sure if there are any Jaeger or warriors in the city once we get there. Judging by how many people are going to be gathering there, I wouldn't be surprised if Abi and the rest of our people come. We'll have to see what we can learn from the guild and the CID too. As soon as we finish contacting everyone and learning all we can, we'll get right to work. Alright. Sounds like we're about to get real busy. Oh boy. You know you're playing a Trails game when we have basically for the past hour and a half just been doing like cutscenes. And like it's been enthralling. So there won't be any quest at the beginning of this part. Yeah, I mean they did just say go talk to everyone. November 20th, 11:28 a.m. Rossian. Vice capital? Rossian, the former capital.
We finally made it to Arasion. It's easy to tell that it's a city with a storied history just by looking at these buildings.
It is giving me very Cold Steel vibes.
I believe I heard the oldest cathedral in all of Calvert can be found in the eastern part of the city.
You heard right. I filmed there a few times myself. That place is always swarming with tourists.
Oh, isn't there like a super huge castle here too?
Bless. Thank you.
There is a palace, yes, though it was left in ruins during the revolution. It's called Vashtar Palace, and it was once the center of the old Calvert Kingdom.
Who wants to bet that that's going to be important?
Bet that's a decently popular tourist spot too. Wait, what's that?
It's a trolley.
That thing's called an orbital tram. It'll take you anywhere in Arasion. They're good for scenic drives, but they ain't exactly built for speed. I'd only hop on one when you've got time to kill.
Darn, there goes that plan.
We can ride one the next time we visit.
I've come here a few times for work before, but I never thought I'd return under these circumstances.
I've taken the liberty to reserve 2 rooms for us at a nearby hotel.
Awesome. You're a lifesaver, Master. It's not always easy to book rooms on such short notice.
Indeed it is not. Gotta reserve shit, man. Ahead of time. Sometimes weeks ahead of time. Incourageous. Courageous? Oh my god. There's Mary Ellen's
So the
in.
Mafia's new base is somewhere in this city.
We'll dig those cowards out of whatever hole they're hiding in. Let's drop by the local branch first, though. We should get our ducks in a row and secure manpower before making a move.
Good thinking. Better to act with caution than with reckless abandon. While we're there, we should take the time to speak with the survivor. We may learn a thing or two from them.
The survivor. So there is one sole survivor who was probably caught on, well, the edge of the blast.
Hopefully so.
Oh, yeah. Your folks are here, aren't they, Elaine? Are you planning to pay them a visit?
No. I'm only interested in handling the task at hand, and I believe our temporary collaborator shares my sentiment.
Indeed. I will assist you all to the best of my ability.
Okay, so Ren's helping the bracers. And Hayoe is reporting on that. To Sao.
I've just confirmed that the top dogs of the guild and our young friends have entered the scene. We are still in the process of gathering intelligence on the enemy, but once our analysis is complete, I will be counting on you to do your part, Yin.
Yo, what's up?
Naturally. Just so we are clear, though, I'm not a part of Hayoe, and I'm not doing this for you. However, I agree that we must do something about that weapon. It's a threat not only to the people of Calvard, but to the rest of the world as well.
Especially because all the people I care about live in one city, so kind of need to take the city-destroying bomb out of the picture.
And I will do everything within my power to protect both my former home and my new one.
What's up? Oh, they're just on top of the cathedral.
Oh, damn. Guess the so-called strongest guy who ever lived is joining the fun.
Yo, did they pull a Adol from East 9? Did they just walk up the side of it with cat feet?
Indeed. And it appears our friends from our very own Shadow Legion are here as well.
Invisible running. What's the point of invisibility if people can still fucking tell you're there? Yo, what's up?
There are a lot of powerful players here. We've got the Mafia, the Gardens, and all these other random groups.
It's just like everyone is here, yeah.
We have our work cut out for us, don't we?
I like how is just rolling up in a boat. Just like, I'm not hiding.
On the contrary, I believe we could have this whole ordeal settled by the end of the day. But I assume you wish to use this rare opportunity to determine what direction this continent is headed.
Yep. Plus, I'll bet there's gonna be a lot of fun surprises by the end. So we should let this show run its course.
Okay. I feel like that puts some shit into perspective. The fact that she's saying, yeah, we could settle this by the end of today, and it's almost noon already. It's like, oh yeah, we could do it. We could take care of it. But we're gonna let it go. Oh, it's an orphanage. Earl's orphanage. I wonder, huh.
Can't say I'm thrilled about having another run-in with that freak from the Gardens.
Can you guys not be standing on top of an orphanage when I know the history of a couple of you? You with everyone around, they really stand by fight.
But I'm still psyched as hell for this thing. That Dante's guy sure knows how to throw a party.
Well, good host or no, that man is a veritable monster. He's almost as bad as our friend in the silly blue coat.
Hey now, I resent that. I'll have you know I'm a model gentleman. One thing's for certain, though. This is going to be a festival to remember.
Festival to remember. Are we just gonna be walking around the town and just bump into these people? Be like, oh, hey, Jaeger people. Oh, hey, church people. Damn, air around the city is toxic as hell. You aren't wrong. There are powerful foes all around us. I can feel it. Really? But the town seems so peaceful to me. There were a lot of tourists around as well. And that in and of itself is concerning, given what happened to Cray. From what I heard, the state of emergency lifted after one day here. Anyway, we should call up the CID. And they're calling me?
I see you have arrived safely in the city. You were nearly on time as well. I'm impressed.
How do you... Did you set up hidden cameras in here? Bah, never mind. What's the citron, eh?
We're still ascertaining the names and numbers of the enemy, but I have learned which organizations are there at present.
Why don't you share with the rest of the class, then? We're all ears.
First, the Bracer Guild's Edith branch turned up shortly after you, and they were joined by some capable bracers from elsewhere. Then we confirmed the arrival of Heiyu Wei's White Orchid Dragon and Yin, and they likely have a large number of Shangsho accompanying them. A few Jaeger Corps have joined the fray as well, the warriors of Kruga and Eisenshield included. The church sent 2 members of the Grossritter, as well as elite members of Iscariot. Ikaruga and Marduk were also dispatched to Erasion by their clients.
Okay, so Ikaruga has been hired by someone. It makes me wonder if Ikaruga and Marduk were hired by the same people?
Oh, and your clients are there too. They are likely lurking in the shadows as we speak. That's all I have. I shall leave the rest in your capable hands. I must turn my attention to the mountain of tasks that await me.
Just hearing him fire off those big names one by one was enough to make me nauseous. Those are just the highlights. There's still the Needhog Corps, and the Scorpions is a hot established corps from the Central East. The Dolor family's here too. They're the 3rd largest mafia in all of Calvert. And there's the Stillwater Fleet and Zect Arms. One of them is a group of sea Jaegers, and the other's a new weapons manufacturer. What criminal organization isn't in Erasion at this point? You got me there. Can't say I've heard of the last few names, though. We're all too familiar with Ikaruga. I'll bet anything that white-haired girl's leading the charge. I'm all but certain that Marduk sent the elite unit led by Mr. Al-Fayed. I sensed him earlier, so I'd say you're right on the money. And I know for a fact that my people in Ida's Corps are here, too. And the Republican army is making their move in secret. Just what is Almada plotting? Didn't you say that they leaked their current location themselves?
I did. They invited us all to this place, knowing full well that they're painting a target on their backs in the process.
See, it makes me wonder if the entire point was to get all the big players together, right? And then set off another nuke while they're all within blast radius. Because that's what I would think.
Must be lying in wait as we speak. I imagine we'll hear from them soon enough. And then this carnival of theirs will truly begin.
Oh, right. The guy in the armor asked me to take part in a carnival. Is that what this whole thing's about? Yeah, bet money on it. Oh. Yeah, that Genesis is shining. Why is it going off now?
That can only mean.
Nah, it's more of a fight to the death. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a carnival. It would just be like a fireworks show. See, I'm surprised we haven't gotten to the point where it's like, hey, everyone, take a Genesis. Because if any of you are stuck with Van alone, we want there to be potential for him to be able to Grendel if he needs it. Fortnite Battle Royale! I've never played Fortnite, nor do I ever plan to. See, I remember back in the day, one of my friends, when it came out, he was like, yo, you want to play this, like, base building zombie defender game? You have to buy it, but it'll be free after a year. And I was like, okay, maybe when it's free. And then basically the Battle Royale mode just took over. It's like, wow, okay. I still remember when Fortnite used to be like make your own base tower defense game. I'm like, wow, that's a blast from the past. Everyone's ciphers are ringing all at once? No caller ID. I'm gonna answer it.
Greetings, my friends. I thank you all for taking time out of your very busy schedules to come here today.
Yeah, and they killed the idea after the battle royale genre became popular. Mm-hmm.
My name is Gerard Dantes. I am the head of Almada, as well as the man you seek to destroy.
Not beating around the bush, is he?
I am thrilled to announce that every one of our invitees are in attendance. No doubt you all were brought here under different circumstances, but your end goals are the same. To lead us off in chains, or lead us to an early grave. We thought about simply settling this with an all-out war, but the collateral damage would no doubt be immense. And we would never involve innocent civilians in our bloodshed.
Never.
At least not without an explicit purpose.
We would never have them be collateral damage accidentally. We would only have them be collateral damage purposefully.
So we went back to the drawing board, and we found a far more elegant solution. We decided to host a game. One that would make clever use of the sprawling labyrinth of underground ruins just below this city. The concept is quite simple. We will have you all engage in a fierce competition where you will proceed to slaughter one another like rabid animals.
Okay, so it is just straight up a battle royale.
These ruins have existed since the days when this country was a kingdom, and when this city was its capital.
Excuse me while I, Melchior, lean off the edge of the chair like a little slutty thought. Oh, Lord.
They shall serve as the arena for our game. Once you have bathed in the blood of your peers, you will earn the right to challenge one of my pawns. Should you take all of my pieces, the last team standing will have the opportunity to checkmate me here in Vashtar Palace.
Yeah, so Vashtar Palace called it.
That is the long and short of it.
He wants us to duke it out in a battle royale? They must be sick in the head if they think we'll play along with this insanity.
I should mention that participation is compulsory, so I would not skip out on this if I were you. That is, if you value your own lives, as well as those of the 280,000 innocents in this city.
I find this game interesting because the main villain isn't as good as his right-hand man. Huh? We have another nuke. That's a nuclear weapon. Just like the one that destroyed Cray. See, here's the thing with the Daybreak, where it's like, oh yeah, the villains just have the magic ability where it doesn't actually, it's not resource intensive to make the nuke. They can just make more, right? Whereas like, making nukes actually takes a long time. Like, you need a lot of resources. Like, you can't do it quickly. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, here's a second one. I had another one of those damn things after all. It must be the last of Professor Callahan's incomplete prototypes. Okay, so
I trust
guess
that an
not.
explanation of this device's capabilities is unnecessary. This game has a number of rules that govern participation, the evacuation of civilians, and other such matters. Should anyone break the rules, the device will instantly detonate, sending everyone straight to the afterlife, whether that be heaven or Gehenna. Rule violations will be assessed on a case-by-case basis by an impartial surveillance system, which is run by this relic.
Huh. That's an interesting use of a Genesis. What is this, a literal Deadpool? Well, at least this one will have a fourth wall break, so varying degrees of humor. Only Camp Alec can fourth wall break it. Right? Only him. I have a feeling it's less of like a Deadpool and more of like, he has to call all these people. Maybe he does actually hear what everyone on the other end says, but no one's really saying much. So Judith saying anything can be heard by him. The sixth Genesis. You knew it would be involved in some manner.
The device's judgment is absolute. Do not think you can pull the wool over its all-seeing eye.
My third eye. It was a fucking gnat that flew right by my face.
Should you wish to face me in battle, You must eliminate the other teams and conquer the game. It really is that simple. I do hope you will enjoy this carnival that we have dutifully prepared. I know that I will.
I wonder if the assessment by she's in a second in command of like, oh, we could have this done by the end of the day is still right. Right? Like, is it still correct? And it is officially noon.
Ah, and there's the noon bell. The game's first round will begin exactly 2 hours from now. Each team has been assigned an entrance to the labyrinth. We will send each of you a map with their locations momentarily. Once you arrive, you will need to search for a key card that we hid near your respective entrances. And that about covers our overview. I look forward to seeing who I will fight at the end of these thrilling 3 days.
Okay, 3 days. So these must be the rules of the game and the map to the underground. Let's have a look at them right away. 1. The game begins at noon today and ends at 11:59 p.m. on November 22nd. At exactly midnight, Almada will leave the area and detonate the bomb. 2. None of the participating players may enter or leave Erosian, nor can they call in reinforcements from the outside. 3. Any attempt to leak information on the game to the press or to the people of Erosian will result in immediate detonation. 4. Do not attack Vashtar Palace from the outside or attempt to infiltrate it by any means other than through the established game area. 5. At the end of each round, a new underground area will be unlocked with a boss assigned to each. The last remaining team can enter the palace. This can't be happening. Unfortunately, it is happening. We really are being forced to participate in a battle royale. With the Genesis watching over us, we'll have to comply and abide by these rules as well. Right? If it catches us breaking any one of them, the whole city will be destroyed.
Our options are limited, with the entirety of Erosian's populace being held hostage.
Hey, wait a second. If the bomb detonates early, they'll get caught up in the blast too, won't they? No, these guys can teleport to safety whenever they want. Though even if they couldn't, I doubt they'd do this any differently. These guys are utterly insane. So this is how they plan to exploit the fruits of Professor Callahan's labor. How utterly abhorrent. I can't say I'm happy about how they're abusing the Genesis either.
There are less than 2 hours until the first round begins. We have little time to waste. What should our next move be, Van?
I say we get out in the field right away. We can't afford to just sit on our hands. Not with what's at stake here. Eventually we'll need to make our way over to the entrance and grab our key card. But first I think we should walk around the South District. I hope us get our bearings. And while we're in the area, we can visit the guild branch there too. Sounds like a plan. These are all the rules. I might have an idea. I'm going to abuse the rules. When you're too cool for rules. Okay. Interesting. Jump shot.
Shy now.
Okay, that's art damage and evasion, art damage and speed. That's a decent speed boost. I am... yeah, you know, let's go for evasion. Right. Speed up, or speed down, but art damage up, ATS up, evasion. Art damage go up more. Yeah, there we go. Big damage. Speed down, evasion up. Yeah, just gonna do that. Your defense goes down kind of significantly, so I'm not gonna change anything. Your speed could go up, your crit rate would go down, your art damage would go down, but I'd rather have your speed up than crit rate. ATS, evasion, magic evasion. Here, I want your arts damage as high as possible, even if I, like, this is the point where I'm like, even if I don't use you, I still would like you to be as good as possible. Art damage, Evasion. There we go. Good. Exchange. A little bit of that.
See you again.
See you later. Okay. Nelly. Oh, Nelly. Welcome to our inn. If there's anything I can help you with, just give me a holler. Might be a part-timer, but I promise I'm just as dedicated to caring for our guests as Norbert. I know what it feels like being an outsider in the city, so I've committed to helping hand to any travelers that come here. I'll explain the alignment shtick when you get there, but let's just say the alignments are not finalized since you can still increase them. However, they are somewhat meaningless going forward, besides for one thing later in the game. Okay. So, would there have been a difference in the conversation that I had prior to coming to Erosian? Like that conversation? Is that where the big difference was? I mean, I guess I'll see it anyway once I replay the game, but I guess that's where my main question is. Okay. Menu item. Sausage. Chunky Weiswart. Oh, hello, it's the Chunky Weiswart. Use kitchen. Chunky Weiswart. Prime Beast Essence. No. Okay. So I still haven't gotten it. Well, as long as I get, I think, a little bit more law, I'll be getting up to law 3. So that's that shouldn't be an issue, I would say. That, wait, was that 10,000 HP? Damn, okay. Yeah, it's worthy of Prime Beast Essence. Okay.
Right, got it.
Okay.
Understood.
Right.
Understood.
Okay, so let's do this. That way these two are in. Oh yeah. Burgard Zeman, a master of all martial arts who has even studied the Kunlun style, one of the East's 3 great martial arts. He has a number of disciples all across the continent, one of which being Van. That's pretty much locked at this point, I believe. Burgard is really good. Okay. I mean, because the thing is, like, I think I am literally just, I'm just,
Confirming your schedule.
Like, just not there. All right, like, you can see that I am basically following the level 3 line on law. Like, I'm definitely not getting Chaos 3, but, like, I might still get Law 3. Burgar's really good. Okay. Officer Endeavor. Yo, Flame Fist? Fire? Yeah, just get past this part. The state of emergency has technically been lifted for Erosian, but the police have been ordered to remain on high alert. Should we identify any suspicious individuals, we're going to keep them marked, but we aren't allowed to confront them. I don't know why the top has ordered this, though I guess it's not my place to question them. Hey. Yeah. I'm Spider-Man. I stopped this train. I'm too powerful. I'm too powerful.
Take a good look around. I'm
Are you
proud of
sweets?
all my wares.
CP plus 30? That's not bad. Costs 840. But it's not bad. CP plus 20? Okay. We'll buy some sweets. We'll buy some
been a pleasure.
white cream puffs.
Don't you need a
I like
souvenir?
cream puffs.
Hello there.
I like cream puffs, or you know what? Okay, I'll be real with this. So, I like eclairs so long as they're filled with Boston cream. Like, that's very specific. I don't care for gator skin wallet. Well, for old timers, makes one feel young again.
See you again.
I don't care for like isn't it like cheese or ricotta cheese, or not ricotta cheese, but isn't it usually some kind of cheese that's usually in
Confirming your schedule.
he only has 3 levels. In those kinds of eclairs. If I remember right. Okay, let's go over here to the optional one first. But also Filbert Workshop.
Welcome.
Modify Orbment. Okay, we're still in the EP. Oh, okay. So here's where they're unlocking it. So now we're able to buy some of the dual class ones. Mercy, interesting. But these are all ones that you, I guess, could have potentially gotten prior to this by doing like some of the stuffs, maybe? Draws hate during command battles. Do I have Scent on anyone? Wind, water. Onyx Ring. Oh, but you don't have one. Stellar. Dawn Starverse. That'd be good. EP Cut. Hit 3. Golden Ring. Roarverse. Mine 3. Impede 3. Interesting. Okay. Cool. And plugins. Do we have any new plugins? No. Custom. Open slots. How many does he have? Yeah, once again, they don't have any. He doesn't have any of his final ones open. Damn. Even what I presume is the last character, because it doesn't seem like there are any more empty slots. Like 4 empty there, 4 filled up here. And he seems to be, what, is that time-based? And this is Divine, Aegis Shield, Athelis, Arc of El Dorado. Damage res down, opens the golden gates and bathes foes in destructive light. That sounds pretty fucking cool. Okay. We're going to hold off from doing anything, unlocking any of those slots. Because I need to go into here.
Initiating the maintenance handle this. That's a single element
So
slot.
this is Earth, and
That's a
this
single
is
element slot.
space. Okay. Revelation, increase arch range by 1, space and fire. Avenging arts, that's successfully evading an art, not that great. Put
New
solar
skill on
burst in,
Earth.
that's fine.
That's a single element slot.
Here, take
Skill
that.
set updated.
Yeah. Don't really know what good things you could really put on right now. Red hair. When did I get that? CP gain when receiving damage multiplied by 5. This is a fire element one. Put burn 2
Skill set
on.
updated.
And maybe red hair would be good up here. Sword breaker barrage. Yeah.
New skill on Earth.
Might as well. Also gets water impact. Enemy strength when do preempt him. Okay, and then we got explode. Didn't realize we got that. So abyssal flame, umber cracker, advanced earth arts. Okay, we got azure, lost movies, Tiro, crystal Eden, not bad. Crimson, advanced fire, shadow spear, obsidian, chrono driver, regulus. Okay. We're doing pretty good, I would say. And then all virtual battles won stuff to do that. EX 100,000, 2,000 enemies slain, 600 enemies fell in the field. All Zyphas unlocked. Ratatosker, which probably is pretty. And also because it says all, and it's confirming that 8 is the max. So yeah, God, I really hope that that's a really good quartz, because boy howdy, I feel like that would be difficult. All drivers gained, so only 2 drivers left. And then Brigard, 100,000 mirror, we're almost there. All gifts given. So I presume after I watch the 9th movie, I'll say watch all movies. All movie brochures. Okay, so there we go. 12 movies. All papers collected. So there's only 9. 90 dishes. I don't know if that's all the dishes, but I'm getting pretty high up there. It's definitely not, because I haven't eaten nearly all the dishes that I have in my inventory. Like 100%. Bulletin board. Notes and requests are shown across the bulletin board. Doesn't look like there's any good info here. I don't see any 4 SPGs on the board. That's weird. Thought the society was spreading the word that I'm in town. Maybe they'll start rolling in soon. Not like we can deal with them today anyway. The game will begin soon, and we aren't sure how much time we will have in the evening. Got a point there. Guess we'll just have to check back tomorrow. Let's just worry about making it through the first round for the time being. Right. We need to prepare for the game. And this is probably going to be our entrance to the underground. Hello, children. Paulina and Tieta. It sucks that I missed the film festival. Maybe I'll be able to see the EGC this year. So, Pauline, have you ever heard about the EGC? Yep, the radio says a big festival with models, but the radio said it might not happen this year. Yeah, but we can't give up hope. Those models worked really hard, so they'll surely still run it. I'll go check to see if it's still on. Okie dokie, I've never seen you this excited before. Must be super fun. Maybe I'll get to meet a famous actress or a model. Well, I mean, a famous model or actress at the EGC? I'm kind of scared to go there, but if I can do it, Tieta's with me, I think.
Well,
If Tieta's with me, I can do anything.
Ooh, there's the Opera House. I've always wanted to take a peek inside.
Looks pretty different from the theater back home.
Just a quick break, that's all.
As soon as we accomplish our objective, we can come back and watch one of their performances.
Yeah, take a picture of my back. I'm really big.
Okay.
So this is Guild. Hello.
First, I will need a summary of everything that's happening in the surrounding area. We'll also need to touch base with the local police. The CID has ordered them to work with us. Bear in mind, though, they likely haven't been informed of the game, so be careful not to leak anything about it. As for the underground...
Ren!
Oh, hello. I'm glad you all could join us.
Hi, everyone!
So you guys are getting right down to business too, huh?
Of course.
I knew Almada wasn't gonna make things easy for us, but they've turned our expectations on our heads yet again. Been a while, Roaring Lion. I'm happy to see you're still alive and kicking.
Same to you, friend.
Everyone keeps calling me Lion, even though I don't want them to. I've said let the name die, god damn it.
You two know each other? Should have expected that. Probably knew my master through his own.
That's about the short of it. Just to be clear, though. Thought he died 3 years ago, too. Anyway, Ren's gonna be serving as our supervisor while we're here. She's also the liaison between the guild and the other factions in the city. We figured she'd be a perfect fit for the job.
I feel much better with her on board. She was a big help during the war 2 years ago. I do feel a little bad, though. She has a lot on her plate. I certainly have my work cut out for me. Almada's sadistic scheming isn't making matters any simpler either. But I'll manage. I'm quite proficient at multitasking, so this is well within my capabilities. We're lucky to have you, Ren.
You go get him, Tagger.
Wow, got a lot of braces for this op, huh? Even the Gecko Tomboy's here. How's it going, girlie? Not in the mood.
Sorry. We're all a little on edge right now. We just lost one of our people today.
What? 2 bracers were exploring the underground labyrinth, and they ran into Almada. We're likely in the midst of preparing for the game. They managed to bring back some valuable intelligence, but at a steep cost. One of them was badly wounded, and the other passed away this morning. That's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, you guys.
I just finished getting ready, Jin. Oh.
Elaine.
Hey.
I had heard you were in the city, but I didn't expect to run into you so soon.
I take you've been worried about me after what happened yesterday? Well, don't be. I'm fine now. With the stakes as high as they are, I can ill afford to be reckless. Nor can I be too caught up in the past.
I hear you there.
How about we let bygones be bygones, then? Yes, let's. Since you are here, I'm sure you fully intend to dive headlong into the jaws of danger. Normally, I would suggest you not take your assistants on that journey with you. But seeing as there is no safe haven here, I will only ask that you and your friends be careful.
Of course. And you do the same.
We should probably get going, you two.
Sounds good. Off to the underground, then.
We'll be counting on you all to handle everything up here.
Understood. We won't let you down. Watch your backs out there.
I'm gonna get to work, too. I may not be able to keep my editors in the loop about all this, but that won't stop me. If Dingo was here, he would do something about this. If you need my help with anything, or if you want to talk, you know where to find me. Thank you. We'll be sure to take you up on that if we need to. Perhaps we could ask if the messages we receive from Almada all contain the same information, just in case.
That is very true. It's like, yo, are we actually all playing by the same rules?
Exception is Luca. Hello, you must be Arcade Solutions. I've heard much about you. The Eurasian branch is currently on high alert, though it isn't being publicized. Nonetheless, a bracer already lost their life in the line of duty. If you don't mind me asking, who passed away? His name was Ewan. He was a young brazier who only just got promoted to B rank. He had a bright future ahead of him. He was working alongside a veteran brazier who was severely injured in the attack. So he was the same rank as Clausel. Guess whoever they were fighting was a real monster. Indeed. We'll have to put the information Kurskheim brought back to good use. Oh, speaking of which, we had an odd comment earlier. He said they went up against an enemy that they couldn't defeat. They wailed on it for a long time, but to no avail. Figured I should warn you. Oh, damn. Thanks for the heads up. Should we run into such a thing, we'll be certain to make a hasty retreat.
Alrighty.
Thought we were prepared for whatever Allah could throw at us. Clearly we were mistaken. We must bring this crisis to a swift conclusion. That's the only way we can make it up to Ewan. Remember to stay away from that enemy they couldn't defeat if you can. We don't want anyone else to be killed out there. Interesting. Enemy that just straight up was not taking damage or something? Kazan. Hey, what's up? Wasn't expecting to run into you again so soon. Definitely not under these circumstances. Thanks again for your help back in Longline. No prob. Also, yeah, didn't think I'd bump into you here. This kind of high-stakes gig ain't normally your thing, is it? Nope. Duty calls. So I heard they needed capable brazers and recommended me. As long as I'm on the surface, we're cool. Though I haven't taken on requests in a big city like this before. I'm not going to question the guys at HQ. Just gotta trust in them and do the best job I can. Well said. If you want my opinion, I'd say you're more than qualified to handle the biggest of cities. With skills like yours, you got nothing to worry about. Oh, this is the guy from Longline. So he's Eastern. I think I've heard about this guy. He might be from one of the Northeast tribes. Hey there, Spriggan. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been hearing all about your exploits since Longport. What's up, girl? Don't what's up, girl me, Aaron. Anyway, we're all called here to deal with Almada, so I figured I'd bump into you all at some point. Everyone here's in this together. We've got your back. We've got yours. Lane and Zen may be the ones on the front lines, but you ain't out of the danger. But careful out there. Naturally, I have my reservations about you being involved in this game, but I'm willing to follow Elaine's lead. Let's put our differences behind us for the time being. I'm on board with that. Glad you understand this ain't the time to be engaging in pointless antagonism. Yes, I get it. You wouldn't want me to get wrapped up in a meaningless fight, nor would you want me to cause trouble for Elaine. Oh, is that you and the one who, passed away this morning? Yeah. We joined the braces around the same time, but he got promoted to B rank a little before I did. Brent and I were always stuck playing catch-up with him. Just when I finally managed to narrow the gap. Sorry to hear that, man. One way or another, I have faith that Elaine and Zin will find a way to resolve this situation. To ensure they can focus on the task at hand, I, along with everyone else here, plan everything on the surface. We're giving it our all, and I expect you'll do no less. Are we clear? Crystal. That was my plan all along. Okay, and hey, Ram. I may be playing the part of guild supervisor, but if you need any assistance from me, I'm more than happy to help. Although, depending on the request, I may have to do it on the sly. Thank you, Ren. I'm sure we'll take you up on that. Her info network's so vast, it's almost scary. She's offering, we might as well make use of it. I'm offering in part because I owe you, but I also simply like what you do. You're free to make use of me as you see fit. If you need help, you know where to find me. Okay. Boom. Open that door. Dude, he even has like a meaty run. Like he looks like he thumps when he hits the ground. It's like boom, 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 boom. Attack the ground with your feet.
This is the wrong way.
Stop the train.
This is the wrong way.
There we go.
Whoa!
Interrupt traffic.
Cathedral is huge!
Yeah, almost like it's towering above us.
Maury? Sutton? Someone at the station was saying E's still under a state of emergency. Guess we're not going back there anytime soon. Might as well just relax and enjoy our extended stay here. Work out to foot the bill for lodging, so we don't have to worry about that, thankfully. I guess that's good, but are you sure you should be having the time of our lives when, that horrible tragedy just happened? Come on, Maury. Acting all depressed isn't going to solve anything. If everyone in the world sat around and did nothing, who'd keep the economy going? Fair point. I was kind of bummed that our time here was so short anyway. But let's not go too cozy. We should spend it in moderation. Who'd keep the economy going? Because that's the most important thing right now. Explore South District and search for the key. Okay. I wonder if the title screen has changed to be Erasian now, or if it's still bomb. Door? This must be it. The keycard's waiting for us just on the other side of this door. Wow, this place is like right next to where we're staying. Convenient. We received instructions on how to open the door, yes? Looks like we will change something. Okay. Yeah, came with the message we got. Similar to how I open these kinds of doors back in Edith. You just jiggle it very carefully. I take this as the Mafia's work too, then? Probably. Either way, we don't know what we're going to run into here, so be careful, you guys. Okay. I am curious. What are his stats? 777. How does that compare? Okay, so he is just the physically strongest person in the cast right now, but not by too much. It's not like a crazy amount that he's over it, right? Like it's not like the jump from like a regular person to like Laura in Cold Steel or like Milliam. I think Bergar's the strongest character stock. Yeah, I mean, definitely seems like it. It's just a matter of like he doesn't seem like too overly strong, which is I guess fine. Accuracy plus 50%. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get him accuracy over 100. Because he's probably a physical fighter, so I'd rather him not miss his attacks. If we're being 100% real. HP plus 300 prevents... You know what? Yeah, let's just give him that. Prevent ailments, so he doesn't get fucked up. Okay, good. Well... There's one very large door. So I'm guessing this is our way in. Yeah, we're doing a lot of fighting on the other side of it. This device must be our keycard scanner. I got a couple of side paths too, and I sense monsters on both of them. This place is big. Actually, judging by how sound is reverberating in here, I believe this area in particular is quite small. And it won't take long to explore every nook and cranny. Let's hop to it. This will be a cinch with Master's help. Couldn't ask for a better ally than the head of the Kunlun school. Look forward to seeing you in action again.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how much my pupil has grown.
Okay, you got a cool combo. Okay, you're cool. Let's go this way first. Punch. Fuck. Immediate stun. Okay. So, what arts? You got those. Aegis Shield with us. Okay. Craft. Titus Hammer. 50. Delay with a back tech. From me. Oh, be cool. Yeah. Okay. King of the Beasts. That's single with AoE. Lion's Roar. Self-buff. Impede. And okay. That's pretty cool. And Celestial Impact. Okay, well, I mean, you can't just tell me Celestial Impact and not expect it to happen.
Engaging skills.
Oh, okay. You gotta love when they go black and white or, like, bring it all out. Oh, that's cool.
I smell treasure.
Yes.
Thank you for the help there,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh,
That's
I smell
another.
treasure.
That's another person I can. Is it up? It's another last slot that I can figure out. I could actually. No, I can open it right now. Yeah.
I can handle any Zypher modifications you need.
Let's just get. Let's just get Anya's last slot open. And there, it's done. So she needs a little bit of earth for EP charger. SCLM boost would be good, but it's not the biggest deal. Water and time. Okay, so let's
Initiating maintenance.
here. You need a little bit more earth. So let's just give you
New skill
EP1.
obtained.
Ideally, I would get EP3, hopefully from a chest, and then I can kind of swap that in to get a lot more EP. But now you at least have, both HP and EP charger, so you at least get some level of regen.
Let's get to work.
Yeah.
You got a charge attack ready.
It's time. Luck is on our
There we go.
It's time.
Nice. So.
That's a great time for a shard boost.
Lion's Roar.
Keep it up. It's working.
Let's do it this way. So self buff, impede, and vigor. So when you say self buff, how much self buff? Damage up, defense up. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good self buff. No lies there. Here we do. So larceny, get some Sepith.
Activating drive. Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Keep it up. It's working. Finish him, Van.
Maybe.
Go on, yes.
Okay. So get 42 back. 42 EP. So that's like a cost 152 to cast. Cost 152 to cast the Tyrant Storm anyway. What's this Arc of El Dorado? Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. Big damage. Freeze 2, Water 5. Nice.
Ha! That was a decent fight.
Good, good, good. And Anya's Zypha unlock. Good. Yeah. So it's gonna be very intensive for Sepith, so I'll have to be trying to use Larceny whenever possible.
Thank you for the help,
to
Here goes.
try and get some extra.
Holy shit, you don't screw around, do you, Gramps?
That's my master for you. He's always been a beast, but he still keeps one-upping himself.
I like how Van is
I
kind
could
of a
say the
fanboy.
same for you. I'm not the only one who has honed its craft.
Initiating attack.
Okay. That. Go. That's good.
Pressure him and move in.
Yeah, just use
Activating
Cataract
drive.
Wave. It's fine.
This'll hurt.
That. Nice. Good.
Go with physical attacks here.
Got this in the bag.
Okay.
Finish him, Van.
This'll hurt.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
It's over. All you
That.
on yet?
Titanium Charm, HP, and prevents rot 100%. That's good.
I can live with this.
You did well.
So this way is just a circle. Easy enough.
Go with physical attacks here. You got a charge attack ready.
Got this in the bag. They flinch.
Okay.
Initiating skill. Initiating skill.
Good.
Activating skill.
That extra Sepith. Hellfire Verse. Time to cast Fire Arts. Cut by 50%. Pretty good.
I can live with this.
That was perfect on yes.
Van is almost leveled. Easy enough area to explore. Okay.
Looks like we can rest here.
Oh yeah, look at that monster. Yeah, we don't even really have any damage taken. And our EP is near full. Do that. I'm already in. I would have to eat quite a bit. Because I'm near the end. I'm getting to the last bits, so yeah, might get to a point soon where it's just like, yeah, let's just down all the uneaten minor ones, even if they give CP, even when I don't necessarily need it, just for the sake of getting the gourmet points as high as possible. Hello there. Oh my. Watch out, everyone. That one means business.
I believe its placement here, a dead end, is deliberate. I'm inclined to believe we have to defeat it to proceed with the game.
Yeah, that's probably how we get our right to participate. Let's cut it down to size. Okay.
Deploying shards.
Deploying shards. Okay, Van can do shield.
Great time for a shard boost.
So let's do this. Self buff. We'll do one of those. Earth, wind. Okay. Tell me you're weak to wind. Don't have to ask me twice. EP cost, art power, ATS, speed plus 16, magic damage. Yeah.
Activating drive.
Do an anesthesia shield because it's 0.
Now or never.
Larceny. Good. Yeah, make some extra Sabbath. Concentrate ink. That's fine. Because we are all shielded up. You're getting nice and big damage. 13,000. Good. Okay.
Time to close in.
Let's do this. Get him
Deploying
to
shield.
turn around. Good. Tyrant.
Certain arts seem to activating drive.
Okay, delay back attack.
Going all in.
That's really close.
Pressure him and move in.
We'll do this.
Engaging skill.
Titus hammer. Okay, just big smack. Big damage once again. 11,000 and sealed, along both delayed.
Certain arts look to be most
35,000.
initiating skill.
Some more larceny. Stun, nice.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Attack their weakness with an art.
Let's get him slow. Maybe. Tyrant Storm.
Activating drive.
Nice. That's fine. Everyone's still shielded.
How's this?
King of Beasts. Good. That. Oh, I should have. No, it's fine. Stun. Nice.
Boost level maximum.
Plasma sphere. Damn it. Got up.
Initiating skill.
Go. Go for that larceny. Go. No delay. Oh well. Panic tentacles.
You know what to do, Anya.
Good. 8,000. Nice.
That's how it goes.
Good.
I can do even better.
Plenty. God, Anya's does so much damage. Done and done. Oh, look at what it dropped. Once again, convenient that there is no corpse that needs to be, like, gutted and this found inside of. That's gotta be our key card. Perfect. We can use it to open the door then. Looks like a standard issue security card, but it has a fairly modern design. Fascinating. Look, the Genesis is reacting to it.
Keycard acquired. You have been registered as Team Arkwright Solutions.
Wait, what? How'd they know we were the ones who picked it up? The hell? I don't see any cameras around. They hidden or something? I don't think so. I'm thinking this is just part of the Genesis surveillance system. I am of the same mind. In this case, I believe it's confirming that we obtained our keycard.
A plausible hypothesis.
We already know that system is designed to be the keeper of the rules, but I didn't realize it could monitor us so closely. Yeah, that thing following our every move. The bomb could go off the second a rule is broken. Hey, don't get all doom and gloom on me, you guys. As long as we play by the book, we'll be fine. But I bet we can find a few loopholes here and there, too. Don't forget, our boss man's a loophole-finding master. Good point. Hey, that feels more like a diss than a compliment. Still, you're not wrong. And I'm idea generating as we speak. Can't rack my brain over it too much, though. If we sit on our asses, we'll be having a date with the goddess tonight. I'll come up with something, though. We'll find a way to outwit him. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Either way, we've got the card now, but we can't use it just yet. We may as well head back above ground for now. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's...
Got that one deep.
Confirming schedule.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to boost Anya's EP a little bit more than where it is right now. Because you have EP3. But that's more so you have Guardian 2. Like, I could swap the two. Because, yeah, that's the thing where, like, I'm definitely using Anya's more. And she's the one with the general... Wait, why does she have cast 2 on? Yeah, she doesn't even have cast 2. She just has action 3. And cast 1. I could make her go faster. Because deflects hate, yeah, that's good. Mine too. Yeah, because Judgment Feather, I need mine 12 here. But this one doesn't really do much for me, so I could put...
Initiating maintenance.
Don't think I have another cast 2. I do have 2. One's on Quatra. You have Seraphic Force here. Yeah, and you have... Yeah, so this is the only one that you can really mess around with, and EP Cut 2 is too big. I don't mind Impede, but I would rather her have faster casts.
Skills updated.
Switching to maintenance. Adjusting order.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Yeah. And he can get... Yeah, it's not real big. It doesn't really get much out of this. Because I used him primarily for his craft than anything. Does he even have any healing arts? Maybe.
Shard skills updated.
Hey, it's Tyrell. That's
Switching
fine.
to maintenance mode.
Yeah, because that way she at least casts faster, which is good. Oh yeah, you're also... I need to change his hollow core out. Oh yeah, where's Burgard? He's using Nagi. Hollow core powered by a proud, brave Eastern female. That increases the crit hit rate, speed, and attack when boosted. Okay, not bad. Not my go-to, but it's fine. So... yeah, let's put on Gap for right now. We'll leave Mare. Alright, you don't have the Mare Chaos. Yeah, I don't have Mare Chaos. Nor do I have Mare Law. I only have Mare Gray. So, I'll probably be getting Mare Law hopefully soon. I know I don't need to run to the exit, but I am. Anyway. Why not? Okay, we've already taken a cursory look around this district. Wish we could do the same for the others, but we don't have time. Indeed, the first round will be starting very soon. At least we were able to exchange info at the guild. We got our keycard too. Maybe we can take a quick breather while we wait for... Sorry, but we can't. there's something we gotta do before we head into the game. Oh? What's that? Based on the size of the arena and the teams we're gonna be up against, our chances of winning and taking home the gold are slim to none. Well, may I call you a pessimistic wuss for saying that? You've got a point. We're up against Heiue, top-ranked Jaegers, even our batshit clients. Our group is rather small in comparison to much of our competition. And though a few groups are lacking in numbers, they make up for it with their tactical support. That's definitely true of Abby and my brother. We can't just throw in the towel. Yeah, and we won't. We just got a hole in the manpower department. And there's only one way to fill it. Recruit more people. Wait, are you suggesting... This is where alignment's coming... Ah, okay. You wish to form an alliance with another team, I take it. Exactly. And it'll be a completely equal partnership, of course. The other teams have all got their goals and agendas, as well as the resources to see them through. Normally, they'd never form a partnership with anyone, but we've got the benefit of not being beholden to anyone. We're flexible like that. But wouldn't this break one of the rules? 2. None of the participating players may enter or leave Erasion, nor can they call on reinforcements from the outside. Would joining forces with another team classify as calling on reinforcements? I don't think so. The rule specifically prohibits calling on them from the outside. It doesn't say anything about doing so from inside the city. Ha! Technicality saves the day! Probably violates the spirit of the rule, but who cares? It's their own damn fault for not being more clear. But who are we going to turn to? How are we going to find them? The guild is one option. We know where they are located, and they would very likely agree to your proposal. True, but there might be other good candidates, too, even if they come with more risk. We've just gotta make sure it's a team that fits with our way of doing things. As for finding out where the other teams are, there's a friend of ours here in this city who might be able to lend a hand there. Oh, Ren! Great idea. If anyone could help us with that, it'd be her. And let's hurry on over to the guild. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Boink.
See.
Vroom. Vroom. Okay. And hello there. You look like you have something on your mind. We have something we want to discuss with you. That's quite the clever little scheme you've devised. Leave it to Van to find an exploit the smallest of loopholes within the rules. I don't want to read the comment until I get to the end of here. So think you can help us out? Of course. Who do you think you're talking to? I know the names of all the teams, their bases of operations within the city, and where their respective entrances are located. How? You haven't even been here an hour! Sure glad she's on our side. Of course, I can't spill all the tea, but I can at least let slip the current locations of the teams. If you wish to have a successful alliance, I suggest you ally with a group that aligns with your principles. Do you have any particular team in mind? I think the only teams that consider allying with us are... Gray. Okay. Choose a team, go meet with. Once you have chosen a team, you cannot change your decision. Oh, fuck. Ikaruga isn't gray? What? Heiue. I don't want to side with Heiue. Think some more. Alright, you still got time to side. God damn it, that sucks. Hey, are you saying Ikaruga's chaos? Fuck. Man, that sucks. The thing lied to me. But actually, you know, Ikaruga is the level 5 between Law and Chaos. Ah, damn it! That sucks! So Law is Bracer, Gray is Heiue, Ouroboros is Chaos, Ikaruga is, yo, did you do the cool? Chaos Ouroboros, but they suck. Fucking damn it! Shit, man. I have to side with the... Can I just solo this, man? Can I not side with anyone? Can I just, like, be the cool guys and say, like, you know, fuck help, we're good? So you need at least level 3 of either Gray or Chaos to join with 2 other groups, but one of them is by default, and a combined level of 5 between Law and Chaos to join the third option. Okay. Damn it! Ugh. I have to side with fucking Sao? Bleh. 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 Let me just default to Bracer Guild. Oh, well. At least Heiue might let me kill the fuckers. Sound Yin or here. Oh, but Yin! Okay, but Yin! That's the saving grace, but Yin. Here on behalf of Heiwa. It'd be hard to win him over, but Heiwa is a huge syndicate with connections on both sides of the law. Here she is playable. Yeah, but Yin! But Yin! Braces are the default if you don't have level 3. I feel like that would be hard to do. Like, that would have to be you don't do the side SPGs, right? To not get 3 in any of the categories. You didn't get, yeah, but Yin, there we go. That's the saving grace. They knew Heiwa sucked, so they were like, hey, throw in Yin. Might be we're trying to score an agreement with them. Are you sure you want to ally with the team you have chosen? It's the only choice. If you're making a decision, you won't be able to return to the city for a while. Don't really have a choice. Yeah, gonna try our luck with Heiwa.
Oh, now who do we have here?
Huh, didn't realize you were gonna be here, Yin.
We meet again, albeit in more dire circumstances this time.
So the Braces have 1 playable character and 2 non-playable characters. So you presumably play as Elaine, but then you have Zin and Fee as non-playable. Hey, it was 1 playable, 1 non-playable. So Yin is playable, Sao is non. Ikura goes 1 playable, 1 non-playable. Presumably Shizuna as playable, and her right-hand man is non. Whereas that's the only non-playable characters. Which are, oh, okay. So you don't get to play as either. So you go with Ouroboros and it's like, oh, you don't get any new people to play as. Which, I mean, like, fair, like, I mostly just, like, I like playing as my squad whenever possible. Like, even in Zero and Aja, where it's like, hey, here's your side person for, like, this chunk. It's like, no, I'm just gonna roll with my group. you can stay in the back, play as support. But I might have to put Yin in, just for fun. Now, the question is, don't tell me, when I get to play as Yin, do they have her labeled as the name Yin, or is it labeled Risha? Because I hope it's Yin, because that feels appropriate. Don't tell me. Me again, I'll be in more dire circumstances this time. It's her. Well, calling me surprised. Didn't think you had the balls to come down here yourself, Sal. Thought you were the type to watch the chaos from afar while sipping tea and scheming shit. Gonna get those feeble hands all dirty. Don't know, because I have Ikaruga as my... okay. I'm surprised to see so few among your rank. She's so good and kind of open. I mean, as she should be. I left the rest of my men behind. They've been placed on alert, and I've tasked them with serving as liaisons. Not to mention, they would have certainly held Yin back. Well, I'm not about to question your methods. Probably got an ace or 10 up your sleeve anyway. We're pressed for time, so I'll cut to the chase. I presume you are here to request our assistance. I will take that reaction as a yes. I cannot think of any other reason why you would seek us out, not after taking the game's rules into account. You spot the loophole too? Your mind is as sharp as they say. Your reputation precedes you, White Orchid Dragon. Still, you're a little off the mark. We ain't here to grovel at your feet and beg for help. We want to form an equal partnership. So picking any group of sides, phrase gives you the option of killing people in certain cases. Fuck yeah! Hell yeah! That's good! I mean, I figured, because every other group is fine with killing. Like, you can't, like, I don't think it would be proper with Heiwa saying, we can't kill them, when it's like, yo, we hired this assassin. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, bud. Yeah, okay. Okay there. Well, you've already had a lot of run-ins with Armada. More than I'd like to admit, actually. That also means we know some juicy details about him. Want me to spill the beans? Let's form an alliance. Not a bad deal, eh? Very interesting. We aren't here to stand in your way. We understand it simply isn't our place to interfere with the power balance in the criminal underworld. Still, I believe this will be a mutually beneficial arrangement for all of us. I implore you, lend us your strength so we may bring this monstrous game to an end. I believe I understand your position now. Strength in numbers, as they say. Even so, I'm going to need further convincing before we decide to take you up on your offer. What more convincing do you need? We must assess whether your aid will be a boon or a hindrance, so I believe a little combat test is in order. Would you not agree, Yin? I would. I don't consider myself a part of Heiwei, but I am well accustomed to fighting alongside them. Braces would not get along with Wolverine and Deadpool and make killing so awful, allowing Joshua, Sarah, and Fee to join the guild. I mean, hey man. Hey man. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I assume some of the battles will be different now that you're with Heiwei, so you'll be fighting all the other groups you couldn't shoot. Yeah, which is cool. Like, it makes... Like, I would say I wish the alignment system had more changes throughout the game. Like, and it wasn't just so, I guess, back-heavy. Where it's like, oh, hey, here's what all this stuff is you've been working towards amounts to a difference. I would have liked it if there were, like, even small differences based in. Not just like, oh, here's a side quest, different ending kind of deal. There's a gnat right on my fucking computer screen. What a piece of shit, making me have to touch it. Yeah. Probably left a fucking fingerprint. You'd think after killing so many gnats they would be gone, or they would know to fear me, but no. They were tiny Bradens, know no fear. Yeah. Bringing you into the fold could disrupt that synergy. So I need reassurance that your strength will make up for that. Chaos is probably the hardest alignment to get during the chapters before this chapter. Yeah, it did not seem like there were very many chaos options. Like, you would have to really hard choose every chaos thing to hit 3 chaos. I feel. Because, like, I was going through, and there did not... It usually, to me, seemed like there was law and gray. And those are usually the options in most of the quests. Well, that's how it's gotta be, and that's how it's gotta be. In this chapter, chaos is so easy. Ah, okay. Fun. If only Falcom had BioWare's budget, they can't go full Dragon Age with Kiseki, sadly. I don't think Trails would benefit from vastly different endings. Right? Like, people are already not too happy with CS4 having varying endings. And I liked how it was done, frankly. But the big driving force behind a lot of people's, like of the series in general is one continuous storyline. When you have differing endings, it then fucks that up. Right? So it's like, I don't think it would really benefit. Like, that's why I just think minor changes throughout the story make it. Because, like, in this case, it's like, oh yeah, the broad swaths are always going to be the same. And that's fine. I just wish there were, like, slightly different things. Like, oh, because you did this... Like, maybe when you got into, like, the tower in Tharbad, right? Maybe depending on your alignment, it changed how you got into the tower or something. CS4 didn't have its normal ending. Reverie would be weird. Yes, it would be. It would be very weird. But also, you can almost think that Reverie's story structure is intrinsically dependent on the fact that CS4 had 2 endings and they wanted to address both at the same time. So... Like, I don't know how far ahead they were thinking when they made the 2 endings in CS4, if they were already thinking of Reverie's plot, or if Reverie's plot came afterwards thinking like, oh, actually, we got a non-small chunk of player feedback that somehow didn't get the clue to get the true ending, somehow, and they just stopped. If that's how it's gotta be, that's how it's gotta be. So we'll be facing the legendary Zhongshu then. Excellent. Could hardly think of a more worthy opponent. I am honored you of all people would say that. Unfortunately, I must request that you serve as referee. It would not be a fair assessment otherwise. Yin and I shall serve as your opponents. The older gentlemen aside, you may all participate in this Nah, we don't need that many. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Judith Lanster. Which is something that Loki broke away from, starting with 0. Lloyd getting a love interest of the player's choice, and Reen followed suit. Falcom chasing after Alice, despite their narrative not being designed for that. I mean, yeah. And I would say they're course correcting with this game, where it's like, okay, let's move away from having it be romantic interests as like the kind of idea of the side conversations and stories, and just have it be like regular relationship, friendship, just finding more out about them. But, yeah, it is... But I mean, at least with Lloyd, right, you can like, at least with Zero, you could almost see that the main story is generally pushing Ellie, where at the end you could say, like, okay, yeah, that's presumably the canon one. Whereas they did not need, like, they pushed a lot of different people similarly to the point where it's a toss-up. It almost feels like a gimme that Elisa is, like, the canon one. And it's like, but, the one thing that you can at least give them is that they're willing to try stuff. Like, not every game is the same. They're willing to put different systems into different games, right? Like, I remember a lot of people were, like, when it was announced that, back when this still wasn't translated, but it was like, oh, they're adding an alignment system to this game, and people were worried, where it's like, oh, God, what are we, back in frickin', what was that? What was that PS3 game where you played as Electric Boy or whatever, had the superpowers? Something that game. And it was like, oh God, are we going back to that? How is that going to work? Infamous, thank you. I never played that game, which is why I didn't have the name in my head. But that. This game does feel much more stripped down Trails game compared to CS games and Maple Cross. It doesn't have nearly as much side shit as what I would say. Like, it doesn't have as many, like, side mini games, right? It's very much you're doing the base gameplay. You are playing the battles, you are playing around, you're doing the quests, you are doing it. It's very reminiscent of, like, Sky first and second chapter in terms of, like, kind of content, right? Like, it does not have side stuff. It does not have pom-pom party. It does not have fishing, right? It's, hey, this is a serious game. We're not going to have you immediately after your nuke going off, pull out your phone and play pom-pom party. Which, ironically, would be very funny. Something of a fan myself. Golden Blend is undisputably my movie of the year. Thanks. Anyway.
It's good to see you again. Been a while, hasn't it?
So how does Judith and Yin know each other?
That it has.
I mean...
You've been doing quite well for yourself while I've been away.
Probably through performing arts, I would imagine. Or because their families both have lineage-based criminal enterprises. Wait, hold the phone. You two know each other? For real? You, like, friends or something?
Yeah, although we're not just friends. We're rivals. And we've been that way since the day we met. That was
Her mask is off.
Now? We had only just taken up the mantle from our predecessors at that point.
You see, our interests that are likely to be canon are Lisa and Emma, because they're the two most important female students with the most screen time with Reen, given the mountains of lore surrounding those two. Nah, dude, it's Tella. It's Tella, 100% Tella.
Sometimes our jobs put us in conflict with one another, but we got to team up every now and then.
Look at that captain hat. It's got to be her.
We may have been rivals, but we were comrades too.
Aw, we are two cool women doing cool women things. Look at us. Where the hell is this kind of city with all these fucking skyscrapers and shit? Like, Edith doesn't look like this. This is far too... This is straight up her S-craft. I accidentally saw Kai spoilers. That made me sad. Don't tell me. Also, like, stop following people that post Kai things. Just stay away. Just stay away. Most I'm willing to, like, see are, like, the character things. Like, oh, here are some of, like, the returners. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Because to me, that's not, like, too spoilery. But that's even just, like, the happenstance. I just saw them kind of stuff. But, yeah. I just try and stay away. Falcom Subreddit is not a good place to be. Because, yeah! Yeah! Why are you on that subreddit, dude? Like, I guess it's different. I just don't go on any fandom subreddit, like, ever. So, but yeah, if I wanted to stay away from spoilers, I would certainly not go to a fandom subreddit, especially one that has a history of getting people to pre-translate games and stuff. Never would have guessed.
The memories are coming back to me. We spent many hours discussing the weight of what we had inherited. Before I knew it, though, you had found your place amongst the stars. You were thriving in a world unbeknownst to me. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I was truly happy for you. But I was a little sad as well. I felt left behind.
Seems that people have been playing the games ahead of time by any means necessary. Yeah, I mean, just playing the Japanese version. Because I mean, that's the thing, right? We can say, oh, people translate ahead of time. It's like, oh yeah, but some people also just know Japanese. So, why'd you go to such a separate? That just begs to be spoiled. Because you wanted to engage with the rest of the fandom on other matters.
So you left for Crossbell and followed that other path because of me?
Damn! It's looking for Daybreak opinions, right? Yeah, you just want to engage with other stuff. But yeah, I would say that is one of the negatives of Reddit, where it's like, yeah, you can't really curate that immediate feed. So if someone posts spoiler in subreddit title, you're kind of fucked.
Not at all. The path I chose was entirely my own.
So like when you're just like scrolling Twitter and like you can't help but like do a quick read of the tweets that you're going by and like, oh, there's a spoiler. Fuck. Players who learn Japanese strictly for the person playing these games. I mean, yeah. They're good games that warrant that kind of reading. Like, not gonna lie. It's a strong push as to why I'm trying to do it. Not the sole reason. I started learning Japanese prior to me ever playing a single Trails game, but I mean, the games here certainly definitely pushed me to want to be able to do it. So there's this one guy on the subreddit who just spams things about Claire. Love it. We stan a Claire stan.
Having said that, it's possible I was subconsciously influenced by you on some level.
The jiggle physics made it weird.
You're like the brightest star in the sky. I'm just a moon. I can't shine like you or her.
Referencing the play that she was in.
But I came to know the joy of the stage,
or priestess or whatever,
as well as being at the center of it. The life of theater has captivated me ever since.
Okay, so you're really just telling everyone here that doesn't know that you are.
Just like how the life of cinema has done the same for you.
You know, I'm almost jealous. When I was struggling to find my way, you lent me an ear and your wisdom. Nah, you never needed my help, though. You found the path you wanted to follow all on your own.
See, this is probably the interesting thing with each of the different paths, seeing what extra lore you get from the different characters to the new party members, right? Where it's like, okay, what the fuck are they going to talk about? Well, I see my theory proved to be true, of course. Now the pages to learn another language. I'd like a cave and hire a translator. Tell that translator to make my insults akin to Niles from the nanny. I mean, learning a language is definitely not a quick thing. I think I would also describe it. It's not hard to learn another language. It just takes a while. Right? It's probably hard if you try to do it quickly, but if you're doing it at like a regular pace, being like, okay, I have this Anki deck for flashcards and doing like, I don't know, like Babel or whatever, one of like the better language learning things that isn't Duolingo, then it's like, okay, just probably takes a bit of time, but it's not hard per se. Is probably how I would describe it. Although it will sometimes be frustrating when it's like, God damn it, I know this word, but I don't remember it. So I guess I don't know the word. Oh shit, it was that word. Fuck. But yeah, that scene does happen if you choose another group. It just happens right before. Ah, okay. So you still get all the lore, but you just get it not. Okay.
You wanted a demonstration of my skills, correct? Perhaps we could make this a competition then, for old time's sake. I'm curious to see which of us has grown more these past 4 years.
I think it's Rishia, based off of how her model gets bigger, quote unquote, every engine swap.
As am I. Let's do this.
It's like we're watching the climax of a movie Judith's starring in. The fires of their rivalry have been set ablaze. Melons just keep on growing, dude. She released her limiters and
fuel to the fire.
Just keeps going.
So, I've got a score to settle, and I'm not gonna be satisfied until I beat the ever-loving shit out of you.
Yeah, dude. If only. Are you serious, Aaron? You gonna take him up on his offer?
Very well. I suppose I already had the pleasure of sparring with you recently.
Oh, please don't tell me this is just a 2v2.
I hold your potential in high regard, little conqueror.
Little conqueror.
Let's see if you manage to break out of your shell. Show me that my confidence in you is not misplaced.
I'll do more than that, you four-eyed bastard!
Perhaps you should be the one to serve as referee this time. Sure thing. Oh no, this is actually just a 2v2. Fuck! This 2v2 sucks for me! I don't have a caster! Ready? Begin! Oh lord. Oh lord, this 2v2 sucks!
I won't hold anything back, Judith.
Let's put the Gekka style to the
Oh lord, this sucks for me. This sucks for me. And you also don't have like an evasion thing on. Oh lord, this is gonna suck balls, dude. Sorry, Gray's the Tokusatsu and Trails. Honestly, ideal Akira justice. Speech symposium, you find dude, it's great. Each group choice has a different test fight. Yeah, this one sucks for me.
Are you certain about that?
Here. And we're gonna come over here, and you're gonna do this. Get insight. You didn't dodge, bud. The fuck you get insight for? No way. Lord. No one has. Will you dodge? Why do you have insight? What does he even do? Oh, you are such a waste. Aaron, god damn it. You could yeah, you're actually likely to fucking go down, so I'm gonna pop this before you lose all your CP. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Boost gauge limit increased.
Of course, fucking Sao gets a.
Now or never.
Okay. We need to do some stuff. He just needs a little bit more CP. And health could be helpful. So let's do this on him. And we're gonna do that to get him also HP turn early. Gonna slightly move him just far enough away. Maybe AoE won't also hit Judith. Let's do that. Good.
You got me.
Okay. Good. This fight not nearly as bad as it could have been.
I commend you.
Boost gauge
Okay,
limit
good.
increased.
That one was not bad. 2 S-crafts was good. Fine.
Interesting.
That could have
Very interesting.
could have been a lot worse.
The time you have spent under Van has clearly done wonders in drawing out your latent potential.
I've been seeing a hell of a lot of combat, that's for sure. You barely broke a sweat through that whole thing, though. Looks like I've got a ways to go.
Yeah, he's the one on his knee.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. You may catch up to me sooner than you realize. But I have no intention of letting you surpass me. Should you pursue that goal, you will quickly find yourself to be out of your depth.
Can we? Can I act like this smug prick? Can the series just end with him just actually being shoved in like a pile of dirt? Like not dead
You sure are
necessarily,
something.
but just like covered in dirt. Like I want him to look ruffled.
If I didn't have my little power boost, I doubt I would have beaten you. Was that really your best, though? If I didn't know any better, I think you were holding back on me.
I don't think that's true at all. Anyway, I would say you passed our test with flying colors. It's clear to us that you're incredibly strong. I hope my performance didn't leave you disappointed.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Hug. Our boobs are clipping together.
If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give you an 11.
Clipping.
You were
yeah.
that amazing. I am so jealous of that woman. She has you all to herself. And thanks to her, you've grown to be a shining star. She must be really special.
That's one quality the two of you share. You have more in common with her than you might realize.
Although you don't try to grope me.
Though there's someone else
Billy
from
shares
Prospel
lucky,
who
right?
changed my life. Someone who is also very special.
Oh my god.
What? Do you mean you found your special someone?
My god. Girl, spill that tea!
That isn't quite what I meant. Oh, and speaking of good friends, I hear you've gotten quite close with another actress.
Just look at him. Does he look phase? So I can't be a businessman without being able to feel lower.
Oh no, I am not letting you weasel your way out of this one.
No. We're talking about you. What kind of stud did you find? Come on. Oh yeah, he's a cop. Oh, girl. That's fucking weird. Well, it probably doesn't even know that Risha likes him. Yeah. Probably doesn't. Because he is the oblivious. he is quite oblivious. Like, I think he's better than Reen in general. But he's still not great. He is just aided by the fact that he does not have nearly as many suitors. He has, what? 3 with, like, the weird one being, like, Tio. Because it's like, okay, who are his potential suitors that, like, have actually shown interest? And it's Ellie, which is most canon, Risha, and Noelle, right? Those are like the 3 that like are pushed and pretty normal. Then Tio's kind of there, but that one's more of like, okay, you're a bit too young, Tio. So you take a girlfriend if Kago's actually shipping over there. Yes. Yeah. It's like, okay, which of it? That's the thing where it's like, okay, you still like none of the, I guess, romance choices have ever been deemed 100% canon for any character that has those options, right? So they've never said this is the canon route. So it's like, so it's just too lucky, not to mention he has an extremely attractive sister-in-law, so he's been spoiled. Certainly enlightening. I never expected Judith would be so close with one of our conceal's best and brightest. Oh, so he knows? They all know. Okay. Well, we shouldn't eavesdrop anymore. It's rude to pry into someone else's personal life. True. Still, I'm glad this whole thing had a happy ending. That's settled. We good to seal the deal?
Yes. Your team will have Heiyue's full support. Should any fundamental disagreements arise, we shall settle them then and there.
Works for me. Can't drop my guard around this guy for even a second. Better keep a very close eye on him. Saoyun will join you in the Underground Labyrinth expeditions. They will not accompany you around town. After the alliance was formed, all that was left to do was wait for the game to begin. Both groups passed the time by exchanging information until the appointed hour finally arrived. Only canon romances are the characters who debuted in Sky, because, of course. Yep. But yeah. It would be interesting. 1:59 p.m. It would be interesting to see whether or not they actually decide to make certain relationships canon by the end of the series. Be like, okay, hey guys, like, end of the series now. Sorry, but this is the canon one, or this is the canon. Or if they're going to make it a thing where it's like at the very end in like the last game, where like the entire cast is going to be there probably. It's going to be like, okay, ask you the player, hey, throughout the entire series, what choices did you make? And then you'll get like a Fire Emblem-esque like credit roll at the end being like, oh, these characters did this thing. Choose your girlfriend, basically. Because I mean, they kind of did that in CS3 and 4, right? Where it's like, hey, who was it? And you could just say it was this person. This would be a good point to call on it. Yeah, I don't plan on going forward much, but I just want to get to the next point I can save. It's almost time. 2 p.m. Hell yeah. Toa. It's only Toa. It's the only canon option for
The
Rean.
upper zone is now accessible to Team Arkwright Solutions.
Good night, Bison. Have a nice night, Kiev. Thanks for dropping by. It looks like the door has been activated. Now we just need to use our keycard. Didn't say anything about our alliance. I won't lie. I was a little anxious about that. I thought we'd be okay in the end, but I was nervous too. Looks like it's still treating us as one team. We appear to have been folded into Team Arkwright Solutions. Okay. Welcome to Team Arkwright Solutions, Sao and Ian. Well, this is it, y'all. Let's get moving. Ooh, Marginal Crisis. That's just a good track name. Okay. Okay, this labyrinth is way bigger than I expected. Joshua had 3 women after him, and one of them was actual royalty. Joshua is more of a Chad than either Lloyd or Rean, and he pretty much just following his style. I mean, he just has that natural riz, dude. And, like, in terms of actual royalty, if you're just saying that, then, like, Rean had actual royalty. And Alphen going after him. But, yeah, not gonna deny. Joshua is just, like, a good guy. A good guy that's killed people. It's fine. For real, this is just the upper floor. I suppose this place was once an underground waterway, likely constructed during the Dark and Middle Ages. It might have been used as an escape route from the palace back then. Yeah, probably.
All of the players have now entered through their designated doors. Very good.
Oh, God. Dante's. He's using a projection. Indeed, and a shard-based one by the looks of it.
I just confirmed that all participating parties have completed the game's registration process. I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and every team here. All 19 of you.
19? Damn, that's a lot of teams. That's a higher number than I expected. Could be a little inflated. It's possible the Jaeger Corps split themselves into multiple groups.
You are standing in an underground facility that was constructed by the former royal family and tweaked by us for the purpose of this game. Before the slaughtering can begin, however, there are a few additional rules we must explain. Care to do the honors, Melchior?
Alphen, they're the same age as sister you practically raised, but if you ignore those concerns, it's true that royalty was after him. Yes, royalty was after him. If that's the only thing. And also, once again, practically raised, I don't know how involved the mother was, but I feel like he was actually just an older sibling. Like, I don't know how involved in raising her he was. Because, like, they're only, they're, 3 years apart? Like, the weird part is that it's the sister. Like, that's the weird part. Like, the age part is a little less weird. Still weird. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But it's less weird.
Ooh, with pleasure.
Ooh.
Finally, my time to shine has arrived.
Welcome to our little game, players. I am positively teeming with anticipation to get this glorious bloodbath underway. But first, there are a few important details you ought to know. Take a gander at the keycard in your possession. That very card serves as unequivocal proof of your right to partake in our humble little game. We distributed one card to each team. The key to victory is to steal the other team's cards and bring a set number of them to the doors at the end of each zone. After that, you will come face to face with the zone's boss. You must defeat them to advance. Rean taught her how to fight. The father didn't do this, though Teo probably should have. Yes, that is one skill. Although was it Rean? I thought it was, while Young Ka-Fai was there, it was a small amount. But that might be misremembering on my part. It was probably Rean. I just haven't. It has been a while since I've played the games casually. Literally, I think, since I played them the first time. So if you honestly believed you could finish this game without spilling a single drop of blood, then I'm happy to disappoint. When a team inevitably loses, they must hand over all their keycards to the winner and take a bow. They cannot advance, nor can they interfere with the remaining players inside the game area. Oh, and don't even think about fleeing the city. Heavens no. You will all tremble in fear until the very last day of the game. Also, while I cannot force you to kill each other, I will cry if you don't, so for my sake, don't show any mercy. I should probably mention the bonus feature we threw in to add a touch of thrill and suspense. We placed nuclear bombs in each of the underground zones. They aren't as potent as our palace bomb, but they're at least as strong as a shot from a railway gun. If you let even one of them go off, a few thousand people will soon be knocking on Adios's door. The bombs are hidden, so you'll have to defeat the zone boss to disable their activation switch. There's a time limit in play, so no dilly-dallying. If you focus solely on disabling the palace bomb, you may find that Horacian will be short a few districts at the end of the game. Now, I know that was a lot for your tiny little brains to process, but I do hope you at least got the gist of it. We'll be keeping a watchful eye on all of you. We can't have you breaking any rules now, can we? So try to be on your best behavior. Yeah, so it may seem like a total battle, but people aren't actually dying for the most part. Yeah. Like, you have to have, like, the murder hobos out and about for the death to happen. But, like, for the most part, probably people are going to be chill.
Alrighty then. Now that the ground rules have been laid bare, we can finally start the murder.
Because you have to think, everyone's here to stop them,
For
Almada,
round one,
not everyone else.
You will need 3 key cards to proceed to the next zone. The first bomb will go off in exactly 3 hours.
It's 3 days with all
We
this
spared no
underground
expense
stuff.
in preparing this carnival of carnage, so put on a good show. I want to see piles of mutilated corpses.
That bastard sure loves the sound of his own voice. Ugh, the situation's gone from bad to worse to shit. That's putting it mildly. I cannot fathom how they acquired so many explosives. If they really are as powerful as a railway gun, then we're in a lot of trouble. I imagine Melchior devised that part of the plan, and unfortunately, we would need more than 3 hours to find them on our own. I doubt we can tip the police either. We'd run the risk of the public finding out about this game. They planned it all down to the smallest detail. Makes me sick. I don't disagree, but we should focus our energy on the task at hand, namely defeating the bosses of each zone. You're right, Master. Shouldn't overthink this. Now that I think about it, our group size isn't exactly conducive to efficient battle coordination. Time is also a luxury we do not have. Agreed. Then for efficiency's sake, I will act on my own. You do not need to give me any orders. Fine by me. There's no telling what's waiting for us in here. So keep your eyes and ears open, everyone. Right! Cooperation strength. Depending on the group you choose to cooperate with in Horacian, different characters will become your allies. Certain characters can be controlled in both field and command battles, whereas others cannot be controlled on the field and will act on their own in command. Okay, interesting. Cool. So Yin is now just part. Neat. Heyway Executive and President of Heyway Trading Ltd. That's the way Orca Dragon practices the Gekka style and always plays his opponent's weaknesses. And then Yin, in quotation marks. Love it. A legendary Zhongshu, known as the Demon of the Eastern Court, wields talismans and a demon sword with incredible athletic skill. Okay, yeah, this group is, I would say, fine in terms of physical. Oh, God. Yo, look at Yin's attack stat. Fucking 869? Jesus Christ. I probably can't, like, change her equipment and shit, but, like, boy. Christ. Let's actually release the battle music for the episode. You just DLC, so tempted to buy it, but I swear I wouldn't until I earn that platinum P30 on. Okay. Well, I hope you get it soon. So can I change their stuff?
Don't worry.
Oh, they're all
Citrus
maxed.
got your back.
And I can't change any other things. So
Don't worry.
that makes me
Citrus
wonder
got
what
your
skill
back.
list. So you got that. You got Guardian, Flare Boost, Hawkeye, HP Charger. Okay, so they don't have anything super amazing. And you're rocking a Citri EX, which is fine. Anyone else rocking a 5? Yeah, you have 5. Whip. Can't take it off, but you got prevents rot freeze death blow and prevents delay slow stat. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah. That's a model. That sure is some jiggle physics. Okay. But yeah, this is a good place to stop. I definitely feel like going any further would probably not be great for me. Interesting. So it changed to the bracers. I wonder if each day you get a different front group. But yeah. So with that, thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by. I will be back on Wednesday with some more Ender Lilies. So hope we're all looking forward to that. But yeah, thank you for Ninja and Keeve and Sleeper and everyone else that dropped by and hung out. It was great talking to you all. Spiced as well. Hope you all have a very nice night. Will join me next time. Bye.